What's up, guys? Thomas Mott here, alongside Josh Davis. Welcome to Week 13 of the National Football League. And what Josh and I were just talking about off camera might be the most anticipated Eagles home game in a very long time that's outside of the division. Obviously, we're worried about the Dallas Cowboys each and every time we play them in every single NFL season. But Josh, you just mentioned it. There's something special about this Niner matchup. Not only is it the revenge the Niners are trying to inflict on Philadelphia just a couple of months ago, losing the NFC title game, all the whining after, and now the Niner players all wore black to this game as if it's like their high school state championship or whatever. But, man, I want to beat these Niners bad today. What about you?
Oh, yeah, I do too. Yes, we were talking about it right before, like you mentioned. I don't know. It's really hard to say because we all know Dallas sucks and we hate Dallas.
Yes.
We really want Dallas to lose. Unfortunately, they beat the Seahawks because the refs helped them out on that. And, it's great to beat Dallas, but there is something about this game. The more that we've led up to it, the more that they've chirped all week, Debo doubling down, tripling down on the hate for James Bradberry and the Eagles in general. It's like, it just continues to be like, all right, we just need to shut them up because the first time apparently wasn't good enough. There's excuses for whatever reason, and you want to keep talking about it for almost a year now. So fine, you know what? Bring it. You show up in all black. You're all business. I am so excited for this game. I mean, if we beat them, especially if it's like in a pretty good fashion here, a solid fashion, then at that point, I mean, can you imagine all the talk that they're going to have to deal with? Hey, I'm sorry, you're going to keep crying because it's just going to continue for another year at that point. But it's like you want to shut them up, but then there's also the ramifications like we talked about of, I mean, the 1 seed. Like it's already in a really good spot for Philly. But if we win this game, I mean, yes, we want to beat Dallas next week, but it's like that game's kind of like okay, even if you don't, not a big deal because there's not many games left in the season for other teams to try to catch you at that point. So it's a big game for many reasons, but yes, I think most importantly, let's just go ahead and take it to them. We need to at this point.
If Philadelphia were to win today and lose next week, they have an 88% chance to be the number 1 overall seed. If they were to lose today and win next week, it's down to 79%. So it does matter if you had to split these two games. Again, not to downplay the fact that the Eagle-Cowboy game next week is going to be a massive one, a game you and I are going to be at. But right now, the enemy at hand is San Francisco, and I'm very excited to see how this game plays out. The weather is cloudy, it's gloomy, but it looks like the rain is going to stay away here. And while I thought early on it's going to be a big DeAndre Swift game, I'm just thinking that Jalen Hurts is going to let it fly. Find A.J. Brown. He hadn't had a big game in a couple of weeks. He's been, consistent, caught touchdown passes, but none of that $125 plus that we saw the first 6 weeks of the NFL season. I think Brown and DeVonta Smith are your key factors today on offense. What say you?
Yeah, I could see that for sure. Definitely with the weather, like you mentioned. I was glad to see, again, we've proven that we can win in all sorts of weather, but honestly, like if we could just get a little less rain, I'm not sure I want to go through the whole torrential downpour again. So yeah, if we get some decent weather here, get Jalen going, the offense, I don't want any excuses too. I mean, honestly, I keep going back to, but like the Niners are going to come up with something. If they lose this game, the weather or the slippery field, whatever. So let's have a good game. Let's have no excuses on that side, but I'm with you. I mean, you can attack the Niners. I think there's going to be some mismatches that we see, but then also, I mean, we got to take it to the defensive side of the ball too. There's some questions. I think that a lot of us, myself included, are curious, what will Desai have cooked up for this Niners offense? Because we've heard it all week and everyone's mentioned it a number of times. The Niners are one of the best, if not the best offenses based on analytics, based on certain numbers. Does that hold up? And yes, we've seen that this is kind of a bend but barely don't break defense for Desai at times. It's been effective enough, but this is a team right now that you're really going to get tested. So can they hold up? Definitely without a linebacker in Zach Cunningham. Does that play a factor? I think pass rush will be huge, as it always is. But man, if Hassan Reddick doesn't have a massive day today, the only reason in my mind that doesn't happen is their slide protection so much to his side that someone else has got to feast. That's the way that I see it, at least.
Of course, speaking about pass rush, Fletcher Cox, he will play today after going through pregame warmups with that groin injury. That's good news there. As you mentioned, no Dallas Goedert, no Zach Cunningham. They've also made sure Rashad Penny is inactive, but it's not really a surprise from a week-to-week basis. I think this pass rush can really turn this game upside down. And you think about Brock Purdy being a really consistent thrower of the football, really accurate thrower of the football. He anticipates things very, very well. Those are all true. Brock Purdy does not play well from behind, and Brock Purdy does not play well with a lot of pressure. Think about all the quarterbacks Philadelphia's faced during this gauntlet of games. None of them are just stand in the pocket passers. They all have pretty good mobility. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, known for running around. Dak Prescott, a lot more mobile than a lot of people give him credit for, and yet Philadelphia has been able to get pressure at times, but they haven't faced a true stand there, deer in headlights quarterback like Brock Purdy can be in the pocket in a very long time. And that pass rush, led by Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, they had massive days and massive games last week. could be a big day for that front four. But the real question mark is going to be, how do they slow down Christian McCaffrey, and how do they slow down Deebo Samuel? You know Deebo has circled this game. You know Deebo Samuel is going to try everything in his power to be a major factor. He was not in the NFC Championship game. And while I'm worried about him, to me it all depends on what the Eagles can do against Christian McCaffrey. The best pass rush defense, or one of the best in Philadelphia, against easily the best running back. Like, in terms of upper tier echelon running backs, it's McCaffrey, and then a pretty big gap to second place. If they can slow him down and make Brock Purdy beat you with his hands and throwing the football and his arm throwing that ball, I think it's going to be a very, very fun day for the Eagle defense.
Yes, that is the key recipe for success, is force him to be the guy to beat you. I'm with you on that. That's a recipe for success. We got to get it to happen. Certainly, especially if we get a lead too. I mean, that's the thing is you get a lead, you force them to kind of be somewhat one-dimensional. I'm going to be curious. I know that Shanahan, as we all probably know or have seen many times, they like to use motion quite a bit. So Desai's proven, at least against Miami, that he could adjust, because it was curious of, hey, is it going to be too much misdirection? Are they going to get caught? It's another prove it to me game, because that's what Shanahan and their offense likes to do. I'm hopeful. We'll see on that one. Did want to mention too, shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate
a lot of people
the
here.
Number of viewers here already is great. We're not even game time yet, but make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. As we've mentioned a number of times, it helps the Eagles somehow get wins. We've got it proven now. We're 10-1, so that goes to show. But also, it looks like Serotonin was saying, will Lane Johnson play today? Yes, he will. He will play. The groin issue last week was a scare and a shock, as I was on vacation and looked at that tweet. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But yes, he will play today, and that is great news, as we know.
He will play today. Everyone's going to play today. I mean, the only real injury that you're not going to have is Zach Cunningham and Dallas Goedert. Goedert was pushing to play. I think it was up to him. If it was a playoff game, he would have been out there. You saw him throwing footballs and catching them as well with that, what was a fractured forearm on his right throwing hand. It was crazy to see him just throw the football just a couple of weeks removed from that. He said he was fine. He said it was up to team doctors, but you kind of expected Philadelphia to make him sit out the extra week. That way he can have more time to rest and then get back for what's going to be a massive, massive game. And really, the Eagles' final big game next week. If you look at the current schedule, the Eagles win these next two games. They're all but locked into the 1 seed, and they're all but locked in the 1 seed before December 10th. It's crazy how quickly this could all go ahead and wind down. And speaking of not only Dallas Goedert, but this game probably being the determining factor in what Philadelphia does with Shaq Leonard and Zach Ertz. We heard multiple reports earlier this morning saying that Leonard and Ertz are both, ready to sign with somebody. They're going to do it within the next 48 hours. Expectation for us is going to be tomorrow. And so subscribe to our channels and turn on the notification bell. We'll be the first channels live, as we always are, covering Philadelphia if they sign those players. But it kind of feels like if the Eagles win today, maybe Leonard feels like the Eagles will be the 1 seed. He'll come to us instead of the Cowboys. And the same could go for Zach Ertz, who's probably eyeing whether it's the Bills, the Chiefs, the Baltimore Ravens, and of course the Eagles. And so this game has a lot of implications, not just for playoff seeding, not just for divisional wins and losses, but obviously for, of course, getting into the whole idea of signing these two players we talked about a lot this week, Josh.
Right. You want to play for a contender. It's a great, example of, hey, you come away with a win, and like you're talking about, you're sitting pretty after this week. It'll be interesting too, because regardless of wherever, at this point, there's no other team for Shaq Leonard. It's Cowboys or Eagles. It's pick one. So, he's going to play against the other team next week. Like, he's going to probably be suited up and playing against whoever he does not choose for. So it'll be interesting to see that. But I don't know. I know we've talked about it a number of times on our shows this week. Before we play this game, just do you have kind of a last guess of, for Ertz and for Shaq Leonard, where do you think that they're going to ultimately sign?
I would think the Eagles are trying harder for Shaq Leonard just due to the Zach Cunningham injury and the fact that Goddard is coming back sooner. But I'd be very shocked if Zach Ertz does not end up a Philadelphia Eagle. It doesn't make a lot of sense just because no one's going to offer him a ton more money. You think Baltimore's going to give him extra money? Maybe so, because they don't have Mark Andrews the rest of the year. That is the only real threat. Why not just come back to Philadelphia? And for people saying that the Eagles don't need him or don't want him or Dallas Goedert needs to get all the reps, sure. But behind Dallas Goedert, Philadelphia has not had anything special. Jack Stoll has caught a couple of passes. Calcaterra has been in and out of the lineup. They don't have a second tight end. And why you want to run two tight end personnel with two pass catchers like the Eagles did back when Ertz was the one and Goddard was the two? Or if you just want to have depth in case a Goddard injury were to happen, first round of the playoffs and you want someone there for the Super Bowl, it just makes sense to go get Ertz. For me, listen, if Shaq doesn't realize that the Eagles are a better football team than the Cowboys and that the Eagles are going to go further than the Cowboys, then that's his fault. If he really wants to be a Cowboy that bad when the other option is Philadelphia, I don't really want him. But to me, if he's smart and he wants to go try to ring chase a little bit, this is probably the place that he needs to go.
Seems, yeah, it's a no-brainer to us because we know what it is. And I think that you should be able to know based on divisional record and history of the
Yes.
Cowboys, like what
Yes.
you're signing up for. But again, maybe we're a little bit biased, but I
Maybe.
agree. I'm right there with you. I think Ertz, it just seems too great of a reunion. Like if he's picking a contender and the willingness or want to of playing
Yeah.
for a team that he's very, very familiar with, the city of Philadelphia that he loves. So that makes total sense. Shaq Leonard, I don't know. I've heard the reports like you have too, if he's leaning toward Dallas, is there something there? Maybe, and that's fine. You know what? If he chooses them, great. Good luck to you. You know what you're signing up for, I think, with Dallas. But it still wouldn't, shock me either if it's all of a sudden, hey, the Eagles got Shaq Leonard, because it would be nice to have that depth too. Real quick to mention, Ace RLG said, when is the drawing for the Reddick jersey? So the Reddick jersey giveaway was actually for this game. So if you correctly pick Reddick sacks, I did it on one of my shows, and the Eagles win, then we'll do that drawing next Wednesday during the live show. So it actually, we can't do it until we know how the outcome happens. But anyway, for that, what that's worth. Shane says, glad to see you guys back. Fly Eagles fly. Heck yeah, it's great to be back. I had a little withdrawals. I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting there in a tiny cafe in Missouri and trying to get enough service on my phone. It's glitching and everything. I actually got the tweet notification before I could actually see the play whenever Jake Elliott kicked the field. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to miss his field goal. And then he made it because I saw it. I was like, oh, he made it. Yes, that was the most incredible, ridiculous finish. But it feels like we get these every week. Yeah. So can we please not get as much of a heart attack finish? I don't know. It's not great for our health. I know that.
Well, how about this video I'm going to throw up on the screen right now? This is Nick Sirianni pregame, and you'll see it as it loops back around. John with some 49er players. Do you think this game matters to the Philadelphia Eagles? Do you think Philadelphia didn't hear the entire, past 6-7 months of the Niners players going, yeah, but Brock Purdy was hurt. Yeah, but, we didn't have this quarterback as a backup. We didn't have a third-string quarterback. Yeah, but, this happened, that happened. I'm so sick and tired of this stuff. Bradbury's trash. The Eagles are trash. It's unbelievable. Just because the Niners are pumped up for this game, the Niners have, quote-unquote, woken up for this game. You don't think Nick Sirianni woke up for this game today? Apparently in his pregame speech last night at the Eagles Hotel, he showed him all the clips of all the Niners crying about Philadelphia. I hope they come out firing, man. And the one issue we've had with Philadelphia the past couple of weeks is slow starts. Like they had that one nice drive early against Buffalo, and then they struggled for the majority of that game. If they could get off to a fast start and keep the fast start rolling and give you really good 4 quarters of football, they can blow out any of these teams. And they can blow out this 49er team, regardless of how, quote-unquote, good they have been the past couple of weeks. I'm pumped. Nick Sirianni's that fired up. I'm even more fired up. I cannot wait for this game.
Yeah, he may preach it in the post-game pressers in the week leading up to the game of every game's the same. We're preparing the exact same way.
Sure.
I'm sorry. He wears his emotion on his sleeve, so this doesn't tell you anything. It means a ton to be able to back up what we did in the NFC Championship game and say, all right, fine. You know what? You guys are going to call us frauds. Here you go. You're going to get it. So they showed up. I can't remember who said it earlier in the chat, but said they showed up in black for their own funeral. So there you go. That's what it was for the 49ers.
When has it ever worked when a team shows up in black and actually, wins? It doesn't feel like it normally happens.
Actually.
It normally goes the other way. I don't know. All right, let's wrap up here by looking at some of the chat score predictions. Chat, give me your score predictions. Little G Griffith says, big fan of the Eagles. Eagles 31, Niners 17. That would be incredible. I'd be all for that. Let me see, Little G. So if you are want to give us your score prediction, let us know down below, as we are currently waiting for the kickoff, and I'm waiting for them to go ahead and take me to the Philadelphia Eagles game, as they're still showing me the Falcons game right now, so we will see. I'm also trying to figure out my little panel here to get a couple of settings thrown in, so I'll work on that. Josh, give me your score prediction. What are your thoughts for that today?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I mean, out of all the games that we've played so far, this is the one that I'm probably the most nervous going into it, not going to lie. So I said Eagles 24-21. That's what I went with on the show yesterday. I feel like it's going to be a very close game. Wouldn't surprise me if it's a little bit more of a defensive battle. There's kind of a back and forth on that side. So I'd say 24-21, maybe possibly a last second. We know we can rely on Jake Elliott, but maybe possibly a last second field goal there. So that's what I'm gonna go with, 24-21. Okay. What about you?
Okay, 24-21. I think someone's gonna get to the 30s today. With the rain kind of disappearing, I really thought the rain was gonna be a problem today. I think someone gets to 30. I think it's probably Philadelphia. I'll go 31-24 Eagles. I want it to be more than a 10-point game, but I don't know if it's going to be. Listen, I mean, the Niners are good. We can trash talk them all we want, which is fine and fun, but the Niners are good, as it looks like they've taken us to the game. I don't know if you got that, Josh. They're about to kick this one away.
I am actually still a little bit behind, so I may be. We'll figure this thing out as we always do, but I'm just a bit behind.
All right, looks like Philadelphia is going to get the ball first, and that one is kicked off into the end zone, and it will be the Eagles in their white pants and, of course, their green jerseys, the midnight green ones. You'll get to see Jalen Hurts first. Let's sneak into a super chat here from Jason Blessings. Bleed green till the day I die. Birds win 34-20. Jason.
Let's go, Jason.
Appreciate that. Love that.
I hope he's right. He's right about a lot of things, let's be honest. So maybe he gets that score prediction correct.
Quite a bit of chippiness as they're showing us there in the pregame, and quite a few Niner fans in this crowd. You know that they made the long journey just for the hopes of getting to yell at Eagle fans after a Niner victory. Let's hope that that's not the case as we're underway. 10 to go in the play clock. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right. 1st and 10 from the 25. Takes the snap. Play fake. Clean pocket. All day. Still standing. Now he's going to dump it off, and that's caught and then dropped by DeAndre Swift. He got hammered by Fred Warner, and that'll be an incomplete pass as Philadelphia had a lot of time there to throw. They weren't able to convert it.
Yikes. Yeah, I'm a little behind, but I did just see the play there. Yeah, he did take a hit as Swift coming across the middle. See that we're going to see a lot of those. Let's not lie. This is a game, like we say, it means a lot to these players. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few personal fouls. We saw that from Trent Williams towards the very end of the game on Kayvon Wallace. So wouldn't be surprised if we see those after plays.
7 to go in the play clock. Hurts takes a snap. Turn gives Swift up the middle. He gets about 1. Be 3rd down and long. And we'll see if Philadelphia is going to be able to not go 3 and out here in this opening drive. Let me know where you're at, Josh. I can pause and link back up. The Eagles have just huddled back in for this 3rd down play.
All right. I am at 35 on the play clock, 34, 33, 32.
Okay. I'm in a huddle right now, so I'm going to see where I'm at. I'm at 20, 19. All right, so I'm going to pause. You keep counting me down. Once they break that huddle, let me know. So we'll always try to link up with everyone watching. And
they're at 19 now, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14.
I'm at 10. Here, let's let this play, and then we'll sync back up. Hurts in the gun, 3rd down and 9. Julio motions across the formation. He takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Clean pocket. Steps up, fires. There's A.J. Brown. He's got a 1st down and more to the 40. Brown to the 45, 50. Brown to the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Let's go. There's the slant to A.J. Brown. Okay. That'll tell you start this game off.
Yeah, I hate these long 3rd downs that we seem to get a lot of the times, but it's a slant to A.J. Brown, and that is almost 100% effective. You get him there in space. Who's going to bring down A.J.? That is big time, all the way into 49ers territory.
Working on Tavarius Ward, and look at that, one-on-one Lane Johnson versus Nick Bosa. That was all Lane Johnson there, as I'm at 15 on the play clock, 14, 13. Hurts takes the snap, turn, give Gainwell. He bounces it out to the left side, and he'll get stopped for a gain of 2. I got the play clock at play clock at 37, 36, 35. Trying to link up here.
We're good.
All right, we are linked up. Boy, listen, Chase Young, Nick Bosa, good pass rushers so far. Philadelphia's offensive line and the 2 pass plays have looked pretty darn good. We'll see what happens as the Eagles march into 49er territory. 2nd down and 8 from the Niner 34.
Let's just keep neutralizing that pass rush. I love it. Just assert the dominance. Lane Johnson.
Quez Watkins in the game as well. He's stacked behind A.J. Brown at the bottom of the screen. 4 to go in the play clock. Hurst takes a snap. Blitz coming. Steps up. Fires. That's caught. There's Quez. And he has a 1st down tackled by Ward. And he just got to the line to gain. I think that's enough. And welcome back, Quez Watkins. That's our first time seeing him catch a football, I think, since coming back from IR. That's another Eagle 1st down. Good opening drive.
I believe you're right. Run that slant route. Looks very similar to the A.J. Brown route, but able to catch it and get the 1st down. Keep it rolling.
1st down and 10 from the Niner, 26-yard line now. Swift to the right of Hurts in the gun. Quez stays in the game along with Smitty and A.J. Brown. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Clean pocket. Now he's going to bail out to the right, being chased by Nick Bosa. Still rolling. Now he's going to dump it back into the end zone. Incomplete. He had a step. That was A.J. Brown. They ran out of room, though. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Taking a shot. Might as well. And I thought for a second he's just going to throw it out of bounds, but he decides, no, let's just go for it.
I did too. Listen, this is one of the better opening drives. Eagles have been really good on opening drives almost the entire year. They didn't score on that opening drive against Buffalo last week, But this one is back to that kind of right down the field script that we've liked from Brian Johnson, especially the past couple of weeks. Here's a 2nd down and 10 from the Niner 26. Hurts stamps his foot, takes the snap, turn gives Swift left side behind Jason Kelce and falls forward across the 22. That'd be a gain of about 4 as Kelce kicked out there for a pretty solid block. The Eagles yet to break a run past 5 yards, though. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Not bad. All right. We know, honestly, if you get 5 yards, we know they're going to go for it. So you kind of treat it every play like a 1 yard shorter, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, you do wonder if they get, to 4th and 4, 4th and 3. Would they go for it? Let's see if we have to find out now. As Stola's in the lineup, and they're going to put 4 receivers at the bottom. Julio, the lone receiver, tight at the top. Gainwell's your running back in. 4 in the play clock. Here's a 3rd down and 6 for Hurts. Takes the snap, turns, throws. Gainwell, they're setting up the screen to him, and he has the first down and more as he pinballed off a couple of defenders, and they're inside the 10. Okay.
All right. I'm not going to lie. When I see the wide receiver screen, technically it's a running back. But, when I see that, my initial reaction is, oh, please no. But it worked. Kenny Gainwell staying on his feet, breaking a tackle, getting the first down.
He pinballed off a Gibson, who's in to replace the injured safety the Niners had leave for the entire season last week. And now it's 1st down and 10. I don't know if they actually got inside the 10. I think they're just outside. Yeah, it's at the 11. So they do have a technically 1st down to gain if they want it. Gainwell's in. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man pressure. He's going to roll to his right. Still rolling. Armstead coming, and Hurts is going to throw it to the out-of-bounds marker. That's incomplete. That's the most pressure they've had on Hurts so far in this opening drive.
That's all right. Yeah, you're right. Most pressure they had on him forced him to get it out quick. He was trying to, I think, work on something going down the field, but taking too long to develop. And again, Niners pass rush they're legit. They're legit. But so far, giving Hurts pretty good time, except for that play there. See if Brian Johnson can keep that 100% red zone streak over the last 3 weeks up.
I was about to say they've been better in the red zone. They need to score here to get this early 7-0 lead. Hurts under center now. 4 in the play clock. They're going to have to hurry this one up on 2nd down and 10. He takes it with 1 second to go. Here's a handoff to DeAndre Swift left side, bounces it out, and gets to the edge for a gain of 4. And so far, the Niners linebacker speed has been really impressive to go ahead and close in on this Eagle rushing attack. Be 3rd down and 6.
There you go. They pull it up here. Scored a touchdown on 12 straight red zone drives. Longest active streak in the NFL. Long. So I was going to say the last 3 weeks has been 100% red zone efficiency, which, again, we knock Brian Johnson all that we want, and I'm totally with that. But the last 3 weeks hasn't been that bad. Sitting on a 3rd and 7 here, though. Let's see what they do.
Here we go. 3rd and 7 from the Niner 8. They can get a 1st down at the 1 yard line. Gainwell, the 3rd down back. They got Julio and Albert O in at the bottom of the screen. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Steps up, throws left side, back shoulder, and that's incomplete. A lot of pressure as Ward had the ball knocked away from A.J. Brown, and it's going to be incomplete. 4th down and 7. So the Niner defense holds.
Yeah, pretty good coverage there. I don't know if there was a little bit of grab there. Not really.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Trying to go kind of back shoulder, but honestly, there's didn't really get towards the back shoulder at all. That's kind of towards the middle of his body, so no chance.
In comes the, I would say, best kicker in the league so far this season, Jake Elliott, fresh off of that 59-yarder here in Philadelphia a couple of days ago, really. This one's only 26 yards from the left hash, and it is up and good. And so Philadelphia will score on their opening drive. Just 3 points, but a promising opening drive against this Niner defense. So far, so good.
All right, we'll take the 3. We'll take it. Would have been nice to score there, but yeah, we'll take the 3. And I don't think that there's any even possibility of is Jake Elliott the best. It is without question. I think whenever you make a 59-yarder in torrential downpour with all the elements, along with as accurate as he's been, he's top of the list for sure.
I would have to agree. All right, let's check in on the comment section. We're up to 500 people watching. Only 118 likes, though. If you guys like the show and you want the Eagles to win, give the show a little thumbs up. We'd appreciate that greatly.
There you go.
As this is, in our opinion, the best live stream that you can possibly watch, and we'll be with you guys for the entire course of this game. So We're going to have a bunch of fun today, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us here. A good opening drive. You know, there have been times in the Brian Johnson offensive experience where they can't move the football at all, and the offensive line has struggled mightily to pass protect. You think back to the Chiefs game where you were just like, what is going on? And really the first half of that Bills game as well, they looked very solid against what should be the best defensive line Philadelphia's faced all season long. The Niners adding Chase Young, Josh, they got a lot better, and they've been getting after quarterbacks ever since that trade deadline.
Yes, they have, without question. And, you know, I think we all probably assumed that it's going to help because, again, even despite the fact that Chase Young hadn't done a whole lot against Philly and Jordan Mailata has played really well and Lane Johnson against other teams, sure, you're going to get some pressures. You're going to be really dominant. And that's what the Niners do. But it's going to be a question, obviously, the ongoing battle throughout the entire game is how much time can we give Jalen? Because if we can give Jalen time, I think you're going to see very similar to what we saw in that drive. I mean, you're going to be able to march the ball down the field. You got the slant routes. You got some plays that kind of open.
Oh, I think I lost Josh. I think we did. All right, we will have to wait and see whenever Josh comes back, as it looks like his internet might have kicked out there. So I believe that I am still going here, as I'm going to make sure, but I want to make sure that we didn't lose the entire stream. I don't think that we did. I think that we just lost Josh there. So, here he comes back. All right. We got a little miss button press there, Josh. What happened there? We lost you there for a second.
Yeah, I didn't push anything. It literally just said you've lost connection, and it just dropped me.
All right. Well, we're back. We're back. I don't remember what we were talking about because you just suddenly went away. So
yeah, I don't know where you dropped me. I was saying, you know, it's not a surprise that they can get pressure against other teams, but hopefully we can limit their pass rush. Question's going to be now though, for our defense, do you expect to see Desai adjusting some things, some differences? I mean, let's be honest, the Bills, they had a lot of great opportunities. They missed a couple opportunities, but they moved the football. What do we expect to see here?
I think you got to go after Brock Purdy. We mentioned this in the pregame. Purdy is the most stand-still, deer in headlights, quote-unquote. It's not a huge knock, but he's not the most mobile quarterback, right? And how did Philadelphia win the NFC title game? I'm not saying to injure the guy, but they hit him, and they hit him a bunch. And they got to him very early and often in that game, a game you and I were both at. I think you tee it up. I think you trust your cornerbacks to hopefully have their best game of the season. Debo scares me a little bit, but I think you got to go after him as Debo's going to return this kick and get across the 25 to the 26, and he is already fired up, and rightfully so, as he's had a lot of trash talk, and I'm going to have to back this one up as well. So here we go. Out trots Brock Purdy, out trots the Niner offense, and we're going to see what this Eagle defense can do. One defense that hadn't had a lot of turnovers, Josh. That's the one thing I'm still waiting for them to just kind of produce a couple of more big plays. Byard had a big one against Kansas City. James Bradbury had a nice one against Josh Allen yesterday. Let's get a multiple turnover game. If there was going to be a game to do it, this would be the one as we try and sync back up with everyone watching. 15 on the play clock, 14, 13.
Yep, we're good.
Purdy in the gun, motions McCaffrey out of the backfield, takes the snap. They're going to throw, steps up, fires across the middle. That's tipped and incomplete.
Hey.
And I think that was big Jordan Davis who tipped that one. He's working alongside Fletcher Cox and Milton Williams in there as well, who had a really, really big game last week.
That's the other thing, too. Big Jordan Davis is at another level this season, so his ability to impact not only the run defense, but that play right there, it'll make life a lot harder. You push the pocket, as we've seen with a lot of quarterbacks, but like you say, a quarterback who's more of a standstill, not going to move around as much, that'll certainly impact.
Purdy's going to go empty. Now he's going to motion McCaffrey back across the formation, take the snap, stand still in the pocket. He's going to pump fake, hit, and sacked. Guess who? Hassan Reddick. He paired up there with Fletcher Cox. It's a quick start for the Eagle front four.
Already second play. He's already got the answer the bell.
Boy, Purdy just stood still in this pocket. His feet don't even shuffle. It's a simple four-man rush. Cox almost gets there, but Reddick kind of gets there first, and Cox cleans up the top half. It's only a loss of 2. Here's a quick 3rd down and 12, and the link is rocking right now.
Love to see that. He didn't look comfortable. He actually had more time, and he kind of forced that sack, honestly, because he ran into it, but make him fill footsteps.
3rd down and 12. 9 minutes to go, first quarter opening drive for the Niners. Purdy takes the snap. Here comes a 5-man pressure. They get to Purdy, but he throws it incomplete. He was looking for Christian McCaffrey. Morrow in coverage, and there's some early pressure from Sean Desai. They brought 5, and it was enough to get Purdy off his block and a very quick 3-and-out for San Francisco.
Every single down. I mean, look at that. There was some pressure on the first down. Jordan Davis knocks it down. You got the sack with Hassan, and then right there on the last one, too. You force a high throw. This will be the question all game long. Because, I mean, kudos to Trent Williams. We know what Trent Williams is. But the other, especially the right tackle with McKivitz, I mean, he's one that can be beaten all day, certainly with a Hassan Reddick. So I'm just saying, unless they're going to do slide protection, that's going to be maybe an all-day thing.
Longtime punter for the Niners, Mitch Wisnowski, gets this one off from his own 20. And this is angled far right, and it's going to be fair caught at the 25 by the best returner in the league currently, Britton Covey. And they're going to go to commercial break as Philadelphia will get their second crack at this offensive attack that moved the ball down the field well early, kicked a field goal, but credit to the defense for getting a quick and very, very good stop there. If this is the defense we're going to see all game long, Josh, it could be a long day for the Whiners and Brock Purdy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped. Just, it's great to get a sack, but honestly, like, just maybe the partial pettiness in me is like the fact that it's Reddick to get the sack because, he circled on the calendar and he's like, hey, we're going to be ready. You guys make sure to bring your game. So, oh yeah. Can you imagine, like, if this is not only an MO for this game of you're going to continue to impact and get to Brock Purdy, but if it's Hassan Reddick too, like, let's say he gets 3 sacks, something like that. I mean, come on, this is incredible. I know it's super early, so let's make sure to capitalize on this. But so far, I mean, that's the type of start you want to see because, I mean, as we all know, usually the first drive is very scripted. So you're hoping, expecting like, hey, we can take advantage of some things that we've seen on film. So again, maybe this is a better infer because we've referenced it a number of times. It feels like Desai's defense, not all the time, but most of the times we start the game and he kind of gets picked apart. And then all of a sudden, like late in the second quarter, or maybe not even until the second half, then the adjustments come and you're like, okay, hey, you know what? Okay, it's a little bit better, but there's some worrisome starts. Hopefully this is one of those games you get more of a complete game and you don't have to do those adjustments as much, or you still make adjustments, but you don't have to notice them as much. So we'll see, but a great start early on.
What an opportunity for both coordinators as well. I mean, think about this. The Niners have had 10 days off. They played the Thanksgiving Day game on a Thursday. They had the entire weekend and then the entire week. Philadelphia has basically a night game last Sunday. It went into the evening kickoff of the Ravens game that happened on Sunday Night Football. So they have the shorter week to prepare. The defense played over 90 snaps in an overtime win against Josh Allen. Had to run around him, chase him against the Buffalo Bills. If they can come out here and dominate, I mean, come on. We keep trying to tell people that the national media only gives you enough credit or only gives you the credit they want to give you from a week-to-week basis. You win last week against the Bills. They love you for 24 hours max, and then it's like, well, they need to prove themselves against the Niners. You can do it again today and get yourself to 11-1 and give the Niners another loss and take the head-to-head. The chances of the 1 seed and for the Niners have to come back to Philadelphia in a playoff scenario is a lot more exciting. So we'll see.
That's exactly what we want to see. We want to see a repeat of owning home field advantage. You host the NFC Championship game. You win the first game, get to the NFC Championship game. That is what we want to see for sure. Twisty says in Brock's head already. Official Exo Swiper says Debo wrote the check. Purdy got to cash it. It's
true.
Kind of true. I mean, he's done all the talking. Purdy's got to be the one to stand up for it. So, and Chaos and Riot, see the super chat. Appreciate that. There's a odd emoji looking thing I haven't seen before. If that's what you're sending, sweet. We got sunglasses. Otherwise, send us something and we'll read it.
Hurts drops the snap, then picks it up here. He's got plenty of time still to throw. He's rolling to his right. Now he's going to chuck it and throw it out of bounds, as that was a little bit of disaster there on their opening play as the play clock goes back to 31. Remember, we're a little delayed for people watching on YouTube because the stream has to come to our TVs, and then we stream to you. And so there's obviously a delay between us and YouTube. So if you pause your TV and sync up as we start rolling here, 22 seconds of the play clock, 21:20. That's the best time to go ahead and link up with us if you want to watch and listen to us. Super chat from Dakota says, great start. So far, so good, Dakota. We'll see if they can back it up with more scoring here. 10-0 would be quite the start for Philadelphia. Let's see what they do on this 2nd down and 10. They're going to go empty. They're going to go 5 wide receivers, including Julio Jones. Hurts takes the snap. Here comes a 5-man pressure. Clean pocket. Hurts pump fakes in a little bit of trouble. Now he's going to bail out of it to the left. He's got room to run across the 25 to the 30, and then steps out of bounds 2 yards shy of the line to gain. They thought about taking a deep shot there. I think that was to A.J. Brown's side. Hurts didn't like whatever he saw. He tucked it and ran for a gain of 8.
That's great. He kind of made something out of nothing, honestly. I thought he's either going to throw the ball away or there's a chance of him getting sacked, but I think that goes to prove we've seen it every week. I mean, the bye week was great, kind of coming out of that, looks a little bit healthier and just continued from it. So this mobility, the speed, maybe a little extra agility seems to be better since that bye week.
Yeah, that knee is definitely healthier. It really saw it last week in the rain when a knee could have gotten a little more sore with all the extra slipping and sliding. It was fine there. As the Birds are going to have to burn a timeout here. Been a little slow to get these plays off. And Sirianni's going to call a timeout.
Like 1 second left on almost every snap.
A little slow. But it's early. You can burn one here. It's fine. 3rd down and 3 upcoming.
All right, got Eagle 1. What's up, boys? Let's run this. Let's do it.
I just saw that.
Can you imagine if we go to 11-1? That would be incredible. Nicholas Stone, Thomas, I've been following you for a while now on YouTube from chat now. Gladly follow both you and Josh. A fire emoji there.
There you go.
Sweet.
There you go. That. I appreciate it. Thanks for following me over here. It's a place to be. Place to be for sure. Is Philadelphia. They've gone to a timeout, just for people wondering right now. And, okay, now they're back from that timeout. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. Interesting field position game here, because if you didn't gain anything, you don't think Hurts would and the offense would go for this. But if you get 2 yards, you're deep in your own territory, but it feels like it'd be tush push time. Well, let's see what they do here, though. 3rd and 3. Empty formation. Maybe a quarterback sneak. Hurts in the gun. From their own 34. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Fred Warner spies. Throws across the middle. Caught A.J. Brown in the slant. Up across the 50. And off into 49er territory. That slant is working early and often. This is the A.J. Brown we saw a ton of last year. He got most of his yards from slants. This year, been a mixture of plays. 2 easy ones there on Tavarius Ward for big gainers. A.J.'s really cooking early.
Yep, it is. I mean, you mentioned the brotherly shove is the cheat code, but like AJ on a slant is just next to it because every single time it seems like it works. I think that was it Quez maybe who was a rub route there? Either way, it worked great.
Hurts stepping with the pocket off a play fake. He rolls to his left, fires. That's caught. Smitty 1st down as he steps out of bounds at the line to gain. Oh, they're going to call him a little bit short there. That's a rough spot. He's going to be an inch short to be 2nd down and literally half a football length. A.J. Brown is also, I think he's fixing his cleat on the sideline there. I think that's what that is.
Okay. He did have the thigh. He was a full participant, but he had the thigh injury last week. I don't know. They're looking at something.
Yeah, it's not a cleat. It is an injury. They are looking at him. He's bouncing around, though. He's going to be off the field for this one, as they do call it 1st down, but he's not in there right now. Keep an eye on it. 1st and 10 for the Niner 40. Takes the snap, turn, give. Boston Scott spins out of 1 tackle and falls forward for a gain of about 3 as we dip below 6:45 to go in this opening quarter. The second drive for Philadelphia to try to get some more points here. Let's see if they bring AJ back in. He's easy to spot with the pink shoes. Rocking those at home today. I have not seen him yet.
Yeah, still not seeing him.
Again, you mentioned he was limited in practice this week with a groin injury. And he is not in for the 2nd down and 8, but still standing on the sideline. So hopefully soon. Hurts in the gun. They got both running backs, Swift and Scott, and they're going to pitch it to DeAndre Swift. He's got some room. Blown behind Lane Johnson. He got, oh man, could have a little more there for a gain of 3. Back in comes A.J. Brown for a 3rd down and probably 5. Let's see where they mark this one. He's fine. No worries there. Just kidding.
Yeah. He should be all right. Greenlaw gave a big shot to Swift, though. He's coming out right now.
Swift and Oz both check out of here as back comes A.J. Brown. 3rd down and 5. You're probably in Jake Elliott field goal range, but it's far. Let's see if they can keep this drive going and not kick field goals and maybe get a touchdown. 3rd and 5. Hurts is 3 for 4 on 3rd down so far today. 3 in the play clock. Motion game will across the formation. Takes a snap. All-out blitz. Hurts steps up. Throws. That is caught. There's DeVonta Smith across the 30. He's got a 1st down and falls out of bounds right in front of Thomas. There's an all-out blitz, and Hurts stood tall. I think he took a shot on that one. He's okay, though. 1st down, Philadelphia. Yeah. Good throw.
Yeah, I was going to say, great throw by Hurts and the willingness to stand in there and take it. I mean, he knew it was coming. You could tell he's bracing for it, but able to hang in there just long enough to get the throw away, take the shot from Chase Young. Thankfully, it looks like he's all right.
Yeah, they brought 6 there, and someone had to be unblocked, and they chose Chase Young, but Hurts delivered the pass. That's what makes him great this year. 1st down and 10 across the 49er 30 to the 29. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his left as we dip below 5 to go to in this first quarter. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looks left. Throws left. That's going to be caught. God. Oh, DeVonta Smith. What a grab for a 1st down. Oh, my goodness. I thought it was going to be picked off.
I did, too. I was thinking other way. Wow. I got to see this replay because I was getting ready to say, oh, you got to be kidding me.
This is one of those speed outs, and that is a really well-placed ball. That's right into the waiting arms of DeVonta Smith. You think he's fired up after he looked at those college football playoff rankings a little bit earlier today? You know he is.
I would be, yeah. Heck yeah. Some teams got gypped, but we won't get into that.
DeVonta Smith, 23 catches, 3 touchdowns his last 4 games. He's been heating up. Here's Philadelphia's first down and 10 inside the Niner red zone for a second straight possession. Hurts in the gun, takes the snap, looks right, throws right. That's caught. There's Brown. He's tackled immediately by Warner, but not after a gain of a good 5, maybe 6, depending on where they spot him. And the Eagles are marching yet again. And can you just imagine what a score would be like here to put the Niners down 10-0? -3 offensive yards during the one offensive possession for San Francisco so far today. The Eagles' offense, it's marching.
So far, so good. AJ with, over 60 yards now, I think.
Quick start.
Almost right at 60.
Hurts, 9 for 14, $108. Second down and 6 from the Niner 14. In the gun, Swift to his right. Takes the snap, play fake. Very clean pocket. Very clean pocket. Still standing around.
Dang.
Still standing around. Now he's going to fall down and get sacked at the 30. Oh, man.
Dang it. Come on.
He had all day to throw this ball, and he basically slips.
He was calling for AJ. AJ wasn't looking back. I think he wanted AJ to go to the back corner.
He was getting grabbed, though. Pretty bad there in the end zone. Wow. And then Hurts just slips trying to get away from Armstead there. Yeah, that's a big sack, though. That's like 15 yards. 3rd and 21.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Chaos arises. Holding by San Francisco. 2-1-5 Philly. Hold as big as day. Yeah, definitely a hold there, but
Hurts on 3rd and 21. They're just going to dump it off left side to Gainwell, who makes one man miss and then gets tackled at the 21. Darn. So a really promising drive is going to end up with another Jake Elliott field goal. So we get an Eagle 1 super chat. What's up, boys? Let's run this. I missed that one a little bit earlier on. Appreciate that. Cranky, howdy, gentlemen. What up, Cranky? Appreciate you jumping in here, watching the game with us. It's going well so far, minus another field goal here. If you have Jake Elliott on your fantasy team, though, I guess you're a little happy. Darn, though. 10-0 would be way better than 6-0.
I thought that's where we headed. The fact that he slips there.
39-yarder from the left hash, ball spotted, kick on the way, and that, of course, is good. I don't have to tell you that one. And Philadelphia has scored on both of their drives. There is a penalty, though. San Francisco might have been offsides here. It was 4th and 13, so you'd probably just keep the points, right? I don't think you're going to do anything with this. Yeah, they're going to keep the points. All right, 6-0, 6-0.
Okay, well, it's still a 1-possession game. I would have preferred, obviously, for it to be the 2-possession game, but we'll take it. You're still up 6-0. So far, we've shown that we can move the football, slow it down a little bit more once we get into the scoring area, but, not terrible. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't call that holding, but we're not going to get those all. But everybody can't be the Cowboys and be ushered down the field.
Shouting into the void, thanks for the 5. Wearing his vintage 59 jersey for the mojo. This is the Eagle team I've been waiting for all season long. This offense has looked great. I mean, again, Jalen doesn't trip. You're probably getting another shot at least a 3rd down and 6 instead of a 3rd down and 21. I mean, it's just unfortunate there. But what are you going to do? As they've gone to commercial break, I see a good comment here. Where was that one from Victor? He said, I'd rather listen to your commentary than the cheapo Fox commentary. Dude, let's go Eagles. Love how Fox baited this game and put on Rams and Browns. Yeah, well, yep, that is very true.
Sometimes that happens, but we appreciate it. Got a George Weinberg comment here. Nice Kelly Greens, Josh. And that, I believe, is my father-in-law. I don't know of another Weinberg that spells it that way. So
okay,
appreciate him for watching.
Shout out to the father-in-law.
There you go. Big Packers fan.
Packers are tonight, right? I believe that they're tonight.
Yeah, yep. Playing Kansas City.
All right. We'll see
coming off of a big win against the Lions. Can they get another big win?
Possibility. I thought Detroit was going to blow it today, but they did not. Detroit hangs on. They go to 9-3, and currently would be the 2 seed if everything was to end up today. And if we talk about playoff seeding all day long today, Philadelphia wins, and the 1 seed is not guaranteed. But with your final 3 games being the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Giants, and if you win today, you just have to win what? 2 of the last 4 to be the 1 seed, right? I think you'd have to be 2 of the last 4 to win the 1 seed.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee because of the NFL, but it feels very close to being that, and we know how important that 1 seed is. That way, every single game you play is here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, definitely would not mind being in that situation for sure. Will be
Dakota Rupert. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Let's say Dakota Rupert with a 5. For being smaller, Smith does not shy from contact. He is a physical receiver for being very slim. That's why they call him the Slim Reaper. But he's special. I'm a huge Smitty fan. One of my favorite Eagles, for sure.
You got that jersey.
Yep.
Yeah, Smitty and Jalen Carter, and do you have another one?
Nope, that's it. I have a Jordan Matthews one, but I don't think that one counts.
Well, yeah. It counts. I mean, it's an old one, but it counts.
All right, they're showing right now the fact that the Eagle defense has been on the field a ton. And the fact that they were not on the field a lot during this first quarter, which is 2 minutes away from being over, is a good sign, as the rain looks like it's still kind of spitting out there in Philadelphia as Elliott's kick goes out the back of the end zone. And here comes Brock Purdy for a second time. It's crazy. We're, what is that, almost 13 minutes into this game, and this is only the second time we've seen Brock Purdy. This would be their, 4th offensive snap the entire day?
Yeah. Kind of keep the possession, which I'm perfectly fine with. I know you just talked about the defense being on the field quite a bit. The more that the offense can just eat up the clock and keep the defense there, I'm all right with that.
Here we go. Purdy in the gun. 15 on the play clock, 14 on the play clock. You got McCaffrey to his right, yet to touch the football. Going to motion Debo to the backfield as well. The Eagles with a 5-man front. Purdy takes a snap, give Debo, and there comes Christian Ellis to blow up that one for a loss of 5, and we always wondered what the backup linebacker would look like once Cunningham went down. He made some big plays last week, and here's a very quick one on Debo for a loss of 4.
Great play. Great pursuit there. I mean, that's kind of what Christian Ellis always does. He gets through the hole super fast, but the question a lot of times we're asking is, you got to be able to finish. You got to make that tackle. Obviously, he does there. That's great. We need those types of plays from Christian Ellis for sure. Obviously, with the way they love the motion game, and I think we're going to see a lot more of that here as we go on.
2nd down and 14. Perhaps Shaq Leonard in that position maybe by tomorrow. Purdy takes a snap. Here comes pressure. Steps up. He's going to dump it off to McCaffrey. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, they had a chance to intercept it, and it falls harmlessly to the ground. Boy, a lot happened on that play as Purdy almost got sacked. He dumped it off to McCaffrey. That ball tipped up into the air. It looked like Milton Williams and Morrow had a shot at it, and it just falls to the ground. Oh, Carter got a little hand there as well. Boy, they're
close to hitting it in the face there, but we're fortunate. Hassan was flying around the outside too. I mean, I almost thought he was going to get the sack, but they're definitely putting up pressure.
Purdy. They are coming after him. Here's a 3rd down and 14. The link is really loud right now. From the Niner 21. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Purdy, he's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to bail out real right. Here comes Reddick. He's going to dump this one all the way out of bounds, and it's another 3 and out. And this Eagle defense, you think they heard all this trash talk? I think they might have heard a little bit of trash talk.
Just a bit. Yeah.
What a start.
You're sitting there. Purdy has yet to complete a pass. He's yet to be able to, I think, stand in the pocket cleanly and throw anything. He's getting pressured. The running game hasn't done anything. Yeah, this is the start that you wanted. Impose your will. Now go and answer this time.
This looks exactly like the NFC Championship game. This really feels like it's the same type of weather. Cloudy, overcast. And
probably
the Niners
close to the temperature too.
It probably is.
A good point.
That Wisnowski punt is shanked, and it's not going to be a fair caught. They're going to get it at the 34-yard line as Covey gets hit immediately, and back out comes an Eagle offense that has marched into Niner territory their first 2 possessions, but only have 6 points to show for it. But so far, the Eagle defense is living up to the hype of this game. This is exciting.
Heck yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, I expected and hoped for a good start, but I'm not sure I expected or thought this would be the case. I mean, you're literally sitting here. I mean, probably, unless something crazy happens, but probably San Francisco is not getting the ball back until the second quarter. So you're to look at the after one quarter, San Francisco has -6 total yards. I mean, does it get much better than that?
So far, so good.
That's awesome. Kai Patterson says, Josh, I think I put up 200 points on my opponent in fantasy today. I'll be in Dallas next week with y'all. FYI, TV is on mute. They're horrible. Okay, well, we appreciate you tuning in. And, good luck, kind of, in fantasy. We're all competing for that top 4 spot. So, it's like a logjam at the top. I think there's like 4 or 5 teams like the same record.
Yeah, remember, next week we will not be doing a broadcast because Josh and I will be in Dallas. If you're going to the Cowboy game, let us know. DM us on Twitter. We're sitting pretty high, but that's how it works at Jerry World. They're very proud of their ticket prices down there. But we're going to be in the flesh to see if we can break up this Cowboy home winning streak. So looking forward to that one.
Something's got to give. I'm undefeated when the Eagles play there, but the Cowboys have a good winning streak at home. So one of those is going to be broken.
There you go. All right, this is a drive where you could really, I see Vanna May, I think, saying, let's shut this game down. This is a drive where you could do that. 13-0. Maybe you go for 2 to make it 14-0. I don't know. But if they go down and score here with Purdy yet to complete a pass, -6 yards of total offense, running for his life, it could be maybe a little easier of a game. I don't jinx things, but this is a pretty important drive here. It'd be very nice.
Yes, definitely. Let's do it. Let's put even more pressure on. You get the 2 possessions. I mean, that's the big thing. You got to go down, score, get the 2 possessions, but take advantage of it. And I mean, the beauty is we're sitting here. I'm looking at the time of possession. The 49ers have had the ball for 2 minutes and 3 seconds. And say what you will, I think that our defense could play a regular amount of snaps this game and then be fine. I don't think that it's a drastic concern for fatigue, but I do think that it plays somewhat of a factor. So if we want to keep them off the field, that's all right by me. Let's keep the ball.
All right, they brought us back from commercial, but they're showing you a little bit of gunner highlights here from the Niners punt coverage, which was pretty good. Good stop there on Covey, excuse me.
It's about the only highlight they can show for the 49ers, so maybe that's why they're doing that.
But he still had the ball at the 34, so, what are you going to do? First down and 10, 20 to go in the play clock. Hurts under center, takes the snap. They're going to pitch this out right to Swift, and he's going to lose a yard there, as that's a pretty good tackle there by Gibson. So it'll be second down and 11 as they're going to get one more snap probably, and we're going to end the first quarter as we dip below 45 seconds. All right, second down and 10. So he did get back to the original line of scrimmage. I thought he was a little short, but what are you going to do? 13 on the play clock. Hurts in the gun. 3 receivers and Jack Stoll. And they're going to throw a little quick screen out left to A.J. Brown. He's got blockers in front, spins out of 1 tackle, and then gets hit pretty hard for a gain of about 3. And that should end the first quarter. There's no need to run another play, and they probably will not here, as both of their opening possessions have gone for 12 plays exactly. The Eagles will line up, and they don't snap the ball. So, not sure what that was for, but that will end the first quarter. We'll head to quarter number 2. We'll have a third down for Philadelphia's offense.
All right. 3rd and 6. Starting the second quarter with that. Shane says they should have never had someone do the Rocky statue blasphemy again. Did they not learn last year? And it's official Rocky Day in Philly, December 3rd. Mark it. It's a good point.
Yeah, I saw that Sylvester Stallone was going to be at the steps today. I'm shocked that they weren't able to get him out to the game, though. Can you imagine the hype if he would have walked out and the Rocky music and everything after they went ahead and desecrated the statue, as opposing teams seemingly never learned? It almost feel like you should have an Eagle fan do it and like dress up in the Niner gear and plant it, because it always goes viral on Twitter and it always ends up bad for the opposing team.
It does. Yeah. It's just an automatic guarantee that you're going to lose the game. So either teams are not learning, or, like you say, if you dress up somebody in the other team's attire and do that, yes, whatever works.
I like the super chat from Dakota Rupert. Both lines are playing great so far. Defensive line has been incredible so far. Let's hope they can stay that way. But, it's going to be fun. I like this comment from Mars. When you go to Dallas, you guys look for the city's time machine. Cowboy fans always seem to talk about wins from 3 to 5 decades ago. Yeah, the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, I don't think I was born yet. So, I'm 27. Yep. So take for that as you will. They do have a pretty good time machine, though, because they go back in time a lot and talk about that game.
They love to bring that up. I was going to say, I think I was like 3. So it's a long time ago that they continue to bring up. And, hey, credit to you, sure. If that's all you can talk about, I guess, what are you going to do with that? But, I'd like to say a little bit more relevant, like in the last 5 to 10 years instead of going back 3 decades or more.
Right. Yeah. That'd be nice. Like maybe like a couple years ago to 2017, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Or just win a playoff game. Maybe we start with that.
That would
get out of the divisional round.
Very cool.
Yeah, was that the Rocky Day? Was that the Rocky Marathon too, or and maybe not marathon, but the
I
Rocky
don't
Run? Is that
know.
included, or is it
I
separate?
don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like it is, but I'm not sure.
I saw those flags whenever we were there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
assuming that is, but
All right, we're back. Look at that time of possession. 12:57 to the Niners 2:03. -6 so far for San Francisco. Boy, they had 10 days to prepare for this Eagle defense, and maybe they were just taking some days off. I don't know.
I like it so far. Here we are, second quarter, 14 on the play clock. 3rd and 6 for Jalen. He's in the gun. Please get. And did we get a false start? Oh my gosh.
A.J. Brown jumped. Darn it.
Okay, well, 3rd and 11 then.
They're going to call it on Jalen, I guess.
Jalen, apparently. He was looking off balance, but I don't know. I kind of thought that maybe somebody else had moved. Maybe it was Jalen.
All right, 3rd and 11. This will be your first 3 and out. If you got to punt this one away, it'd be a shame.
Okay, much more difficult here, 3rd and 11, but Jalen in the gun still, Gamel to his right. He's got AJ near side left. 5 on the play clock. Going to take the snap. Looking right side, has time. Now looking left. Now going to try to run up the middle. Taking off left side, trying to get a block, and he's going to be short, running out of bounds by about 8 yards.
He had a clean pocket. I mean, Bosa and Young have not gotten close. I think his just first 2 reads weren't open there, and he decides to kind of tuck it. They didn't spy him on that play, so he had some room to bail out. But that 5-yard penalty virtually cost you because you almost got 6 on what would have been a 3rd down and 6. And so it's a bummer, but out comes Braden Mann, and the first time the Eagles are going to punt.
Here we go. Braden Mann has been good. We got to give him some credit.
He has been good.
Maybe for a shaky start the first week or 2, but he's been very good. So Mann gets snapped. The punt is away. And it is a high, good punt to the right side. Almost coffin corner. Caught and hit almost immediately. Hardly any return. Going to be at about the 14 or 15-yard line. And I think that was Patrick Johnson, I believe.
Sidney Brown was down there as well. And that's been a very common theme there for the Eagles gunner. He's been really good on kick coverage. But quick little commercial. We'll see if Purdy get his first positive yards here. His first completion.
Will he do it?
The Niner offensive line historically has been really good. It's not as good this year, right? It's still good. It's still probably upper echelon in the National Football League, but it's not what it was. It isn't the best offensive line in the National Football League. And again, Purdy is not a mobile guy. He never really was. And standing in the pocket has been kind of a problem for him so far today. He's looked a little deer in headlights when Reddick's come at him. I haven't really seen Carter that much, albeit on that one play, but they've gotten a lot of pressure, and they're going to go with another 5-man line, including Nolan Smith, to start this one in for Hassan Reddick.
Hey, here we go, a little NASCAR package. And we've got fewest yards ever by Kyle Shanahan offense right there in the first quarter. Fewest in a quarter ever. So that's
offensive genius.
Answering the bell as Purdy takes the snap, toss to McCaffrey right side, and going to be met by Sidney Brown short of the line to gain, or short of the line of scrimmage, a loss of 2. Great play there, and almost read it immediately from the defense.
How about your rookies? Nolan Smith blows this up. He gets into the backfield and forces McCaffrey to cut back, and then there's Sidney Brown playing the nickel position. He's supposed to be on Debo, reads this really well, and another negative play. What are they, -8 yards now? This is crazy.
Look at that, average yards gained on first down, -2 for the Niners.
Is that good?
Some would say not really. Looks like they're actually going to give him almost to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 apparently, but Purdy and the gun takes the snap. I was going to say, it looks like something there. And it is moving backwards. That's just about the only thing the Niners have figured out how to do so far is move backwards.
They try all this motion. They're running Debo across the formation, running behind Purdy, but suddenly they can't hear the snap count, and Spencer Buford jumps a little bit here. He's probably worried about going one-on-one against Fletcher Cox there.
That's understandable considering how much they've been beaten so far. So 2nd and 15. Brock Purdy 0 for 4 on passing attempts today.
Come on,
guys. And
the
link is rocking.
It's loud. It's crazy loud. Come on.
9 on the play clock. Purdy in the gun. McCaffrey to his left. He's going to take the snap. 4-man pressure. Looking right side. Complete to Ayuk up to the 15. Now pushes forward before finally being pushed out of the bounds at the 18-yard line. Going to be about 2 or 3 yards short. I'm sorry, the 23-yard line, but 2 or 3 yards short.
Positive yards there. There we go, San Francisco. It took them, 17 minutes, and they finally were able to do it. Third and 3. Come on. That's a good play there. I mean, listen, they're in a soft zone, and they found the hole in between Roby and Slay on the right near side. Big 3rd and 3. They're going to go
Chaos
empty.
says our defense will probably be all drug tested tomorrow. Yes, probably so. So far, what they've done. Purdy takes the snap, 3rd and 3. Pressure, looking left side. Now trying to buy some time. Throws it left. It's complete first down, Kittle. Right at the sticks.
Boy, they were closing in on Purdy there. He didn't like his first read. He came out of it, saw an eagle coming at his face, and looked left and found a security blanket in Kittle. He was wide open. Eagles did a really good job taking away the first read. Like I said, it was McCaffrey, and there's a good, strong throw, the best one of the day early so far for Purdy, and that's Kittle for a first down.
That's right, though. I'll live with that. I mean, if you're going to take away the first option, I think that's great. Make him go through progression, 2nd or 3rd, definitely with the way the pass rush is playing so far. All right, first down, the first of the day for the Niners. Purdy takes the snap, looking left side, complete to Ayuk at the 30. Now tries to go back upfield, pushes forward, and going to be short by about a yard. Brings up a 2nd and 1.
All right, here comes the Niner offense. It's starting to roll a little bit here, and Ayuk has really come on the past 2 years as one of their best receivers. He probably is their best receiver. Debo's more dynamic, but Ayuk is the better overall wide receiver. They gave him a lot of cushion there. That was like a 10-yard soft cushion by Darius Slay, and maybe rightfully so because of the speed, but you hate to let him catch and run, and that was a nice catch and an extra run for a couple of yards and a gain of 9.
Bird sticking with a 5 defensive line front there. Nolan Smith and BG on the outside. You got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Milton Williams up in the middle. Toss to McCaffrey up the middle.
That's
why. Stonewalled by BG and Jalen Carter, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
Boy, the defensive scheme so far has been, let's make Brock Purdy beat us. We're not going to let Christian McCaffrey go off on us today. He's the best running back in the league, but this is one of the best defensive fronts stopping the run in the league. And right there, when you got Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, was it Brandon Graham in there as well? They got a bunch of big, giant bodies who were brought in to stop the run, and they're going to give him the line to gain. I thought he lost a yard there, but here comes a 3rd down and 1. Yeah,
they're going to say back to the line of scrimmage. That's crazy. Okay, here you go. 3rd and 1. 5 seconds on the play clock. Purdy under center. Takes the snap. Looking over the middle. 4-man pressure. And complete first down up to the 40. And more is Deebo Samuel before he's brought down at the 47.
Yeah, Purdy walked to the line, and I think he kind of made the Eagles think he might try and sneak this. And then they run Deebo on a little crosser. It was scissors concept with another crosser coming down the other side, and Purdy stands tall and finds him. That's a good throw and catch. It's a big first down for the Niners.
Yeah, just gave him a little bit of time. Deebo Samuel now coming off the field. Looks like maybe just a breather, nothing crazy, or maybe wiping off something from his visor.
Yeah, Smitty always said you don't wear a visor in the rain, but Deebo didn't listen, I guess.
He's still going with it. 5 on the play clock. Purdy under center this time. I formation. Now tossed to McCaffrey left side. Has a little bit of a hole. Pushes up the forward. Breaks a tackle all the way to the first down marker where it's going to be stopped by Byard eventually. But a 10-yard gain and definitely the best run so far of the day for McCaffrey.
Remember back the NFC Championship game that we were at, and it's the exact same start. Now, the Eagles scored touchdowns whenever they got in the red zone, but they got up to a lead. Purdy wasn't doing much, and then they hit on one drive, and they had that big run by McCaffrey for a touchdown to tie things up, but then Philly obviously would rout them the rest of the day. This drive feels like that McCaffrey scoring drive where they really settled in and had a decent possession. They're just now getting across the 50, but if the Eagles can hold on, it'd be nice to hold them to 3 points.
Yeah, we need it. Come on, D. They're still going with the 5-man defensive front. Love that formation so far as Purdy takes the snap, 5-man pressure, right side Kittle, wide open to the 40, 35, 30. No one near up to the 20, 15, pushes forward to the 10-yard line. Good gosh, there was nobody there.
Yeah, that's a good play design. They actually had Kittle in to chip Hassan Reddick. He basically stays in, hits Hassan Reddick, And then he dumps out as a pass catcher, and there's nobody near him. I don't know if Morrow was supposed to find him. I don't know where Byard is at, way back behind in coverage. That's a really well-designed play, and the Niners are in business here. The Eagles have a chance to maybe go down if the Niners score a touchdown, and suddenly the Eagles be trailing. First and goal.
That would be a crazy change in turn of events there. First and goal, at the 10-yard line is looks like we might get a timeout. Yes, timeout San Francisco.
Okay. Jeez. Well, I mean, you weren't going to hold him to negative yards the entire day, right? I mean, eventually something was going to happen, but geez, what a bummer.
Yeah, drastic change there, just completely. I mean, a big play there, too, from that side, obviously, with Kittle and the run after catch, get him all the way down the 10-yard line. But, man, it would feel crazy if they're able to actually score here, with all the momentum you had in the first quarter. You could be down just like that.
All right, they didn't take us to commercial break, so they're going to keep us here and probably get us this snap here pretty soon. Yeah, their first 6 plays, they had negative 6 yards, and now 8 plays for 75 on this drive, and a chance to take the lead, as we said. Come on, guys. Come on. Hold.
All right, 8:05 to go in the second quarter. Eagles leading 6-0. San Francisco with the ball at the Philly 10. Purdy in the gun. McCaffrey to his right. Going to take the snap. Pressured by Hassan Reddick. Breaks the tackle. Moving forward. Now going to try to run for it. And breaks another tackle to the left side. Pushing forward all the way to 4-yard line before Reed Blankenship knocks him out of bounds.
Reddick had a chance and Purdy got away from him. And then Bradley Roby tried to just hit him instead of wrap up. And he bounced right off of him. He would have stopped him for no gain. He got enough for maybe 5. Boy, Reddick was right there for the sack. And I mean, listen, Roby's not a big guy, but you're not tackling McCaffrey. You're tackling Brock Purdy. Just grab him and bring him down.
Yeah, just didn't wrap up very good.
Good cleanup by Blankenship, though, to throw him out of bounds.
All right, second and goal now. 7 on the play clock. Purdy under center. McCaffrey in the single back. Now Debo in motion right side. Fake handoff. Hassan with the pressure. Throws outside. Incomplete. Intended for Kittle.
Reddick
brings up a 3rd and goal.
All over the place. This is the most involved Reddick has been in a single game. He was unblocked coming off of that naked boot and just threw himself at Brock Purdy. And that might have been a touchdown if Purdy can set his feet because McCaffrey had a step to the outside on the linebacker. It goes incomplete because of the errant throw, and 3rd and goal. Come on, guys. Come on.
This will be a big stop. Let's go. 3rd down, 3rd and goal from the 4. 7 on the play clock. Purdy in the empty set. He's got 3 receivers right side, 2 to the left. Bunch formation. Takes the snap, looking middle. Right side now fires a shot back to the end zone. Incomplete. No flags. No flags.
Roby made up for that missed tackle. He was on Kittle. Really good coverage there. Purdy, there's a late flag. Offside.
You gotta be kidding me.
No
that
way.
Late?
Sweat was in the neutral zone?
How did it take that long to throw the flag?
Was he really in the neutral zone? Wow. So they get another chance at 3rd and goal. Is he really?
What I want to know is, how on earth is he offsides? There's no way. I know that we have an angle. The broadcast is saying like, hey, we can't see it as well, so he might be. But
wow.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that... And it felt incredibly late, unless we didn't see it. But I didn't see a single flag until super late. But now you got the ball at the 2-yard line to retry 3rd and goal. Purdy in the gun, takes the snap, fake handoff to Debo, rolling left side, has a man, and it's complete touchdown.
Damn it.
Ayuk.
Oh, man. Penalty's going to cost you 7 here. That's really what's going to happen. That is a bummer. Yeah, they run Ayuk back behind the defense, and Blankenship lost him. He knew we had him, but you had Jennings in front. Oh, wait, did he catch this? Oh, no, the ball moved at the end.
Yep, let's look at that.
Oh, okay.
Reviewed it. All scores are reviewed. That's
incomplete. No, he didn't catch that. He didn't catch that. They just showed the crowd at the link, and they went crazy. It moves too much, I think. They're saying on the broadcast the ball is allowed to move. But it moves a lot.
Yeah, there's no way they can call this.
Ayuk is confident. Okay, they're going to go to break. I don't know. I don't think he caught that. I would be very surprised if they labeled that a catch. That thing moved a lot.
Yeah. I don't think that you can. Obviously, we're going to...
Twitter's saying he didn't lose possession of it, though. This is going to be interesting.
Surely not. I mean, maybe he didn't, but that's just... It's so close, but the way that the ball moves there, I don't know. That's one of those...
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, for people that watch the Cowboys game, that looks worse than the incompletion that they ruled for Smith and Jiba. Like whenever he on the right to end the half, right? I mean, like he had it and it barely hits the ground, and they actually ruled it incomplete. So I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna keep this fair and consistent, that's got to be ruled incomplete.
I think so. Yeah. Twitter's torn here, but I would say so.
Yeah, I just don't see how you can rule that. I mean, I guess the call on the field, you could argue, is like already a touchdown, but
that's a big blow to the Niners if they end up not getting this touchdown, because now you're in a 4th down and goal from the 3, and you take 7 points off the board. This is going to be really interesting to see what they do with this. All
right. Well, the chat has already let us know.
Did they spoil it?
They did, yes. Yep.
So they said that
it's a touchdown.
Okay. Thanks for spoiling it, chat.
We're just a reminder, we are about a play behind because of the delay with YouTube and then also the streaming here. So,
man, but that's ridiculous. They really called that a touchdown, didn't they? That thing moved a lot.
To me, it's just not consistent, because if you're going to call the Seahawks one at the end of the half and go and say it was incomplete when they rolled it a touchdown on the field, I just don't know how you could call that a touchdown.
Yeah. They upheld it. Yeah, I'll be honest. That last angle they showed us, the hand stayed under it. If this was the Eagles, we'd be saying that he maintained possession, I think.
Well, sure, but I mean, come on. We've got better receivers, so
all right, like we said, extra point to take the lead. Again, a very similar start to this game as the NFC title game, minus the Eagles getting touchdowns instead of field goals.
Yep. Now the PAT here is going to make it 7-6 San Francisco with 7-10 to play in the second quarter.
All right. Well, you can only hold them down for so long. Now the Eagle offense has got to respond. I mean, the 2 red zone drives and kicking 2 field goals, you knew it was never going to be enough. Now you need to go down and get 6, retake this lead, and showcase that you're not going to go away, and you're not going to have these, stalling drives where you go 3 and out for certain stretches of the game. That makes us all want to pull our hairs out. I mean, show us that you can continually move the football against this good defense, and don't give us these, 3-play drives for 10 yards or something like that.
Yeah, you got to be able to answer the call here.
Also, if you have not hit the like button yet, we are almost to 250 likes. We got almost 900 people watching, between both channels. So if you guys are watching, thumbs up for the Eagles to go down and score on this drive. Thumbs up for the Eagles to go score on this drive. That'd be nice. Let's see them all pour in. Little like button just below us, somewhere down here.
If we can get there, the Eagles will go down and score a touchdown on this drive.
That's what they say. Yeah, Ben Matlock called that, saying the hand stayed underneath the entire time. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would agree. It's a shame, but I guess I would agree.
Man, that's so tough, though. I would agree. I mean, if I'm on the other side, I'm probably arguing that it was a catch, but
remember, it wasn't even supposed to be another possession because of the whole offsides. Had Reddick not been offsides, they kick a field goal and it's 6-3, or they go for it on 4th down and goal and maybe they don't even score any points.
Yeah. All right. Well, how are you going to answer? San Francisco is taking the lead. Hurts taking the snap on first down at the 25, has all day to throw. Not going to find anybody. Pressured now, looking right side. He's going to be sacked after having forever to throw.
Jeez, this Niner secondary must be buttoned up. I mean, that is 6 seconds. Nobody close to you. Great blitz pickup by Swift. And Jalen's just standing there looking for someone to be open and then decides to kind of run. I mean, listen, your offensive line stops blocking after 6 seconds. They basically stop because they know the ball's out or he's running. And yet, geez, a loss of 7 at least, and it's a drive killer. Loss of 9, absolute drive killer.
Unbelievable. 2 sacks on Jalen already. 2nd and 19, Hurts in the gun, fake handoff, looking left side, and going to just throw it into the ground. Was trying to potentially set up a screen, but that was going nowhere.
So we got a quick 3 and out, it looks like. Jeez, you hate that after that. After that long Niner drive and a quick sack, and that's it. Darn it.
3rd and 19 now. All right, well, do you have a 3rd and 19 play call that you can dial up here?
I think they just ran it on that screen that got blown up. I think that was their 3rd and 19 play. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a tunnel screen or a quarterback run or something really simple.
Hurts just gets the snap away. Smith with a wide receiver screen. It's complete. DeVonta pushes
forward.
Breaks the tackle. He's got the first down.
Oh come on. Come on.
Well, there's your 3rd and 19 play call.
I called the
wide receiver screen
and
that we don't love.
Boy, again, you talk about the strength while being very small. 2 Niners try to wrap him up and they can't. And he keeps churning the legs and gets 20 on 3rd down and 19. That was unbelievable. What a game-changing play early in the second quarter.
Unbelievable. All right, well, 1st and 10. Let's keep the drive going. A little dump off to Kenny Gainwell, thrown out of bounds for a gain of 1 on 1st and 10. Brings up a 2nd and 9. That's incredible, though.
Little pass happy right now. Little pass happy.
Yeah.
They got to stay. John Wick just said they must run the ball. This team does best when they can gash you and they can force those Niner linebackers to have to be very committed to the run. If you keep Warner keeping his eyes in the backfield instead of either getting a free pass rush or getting the ability to spy or even just to drop back in coverage, you can make this defense give you up some big plays over the top due to their injuries. They got to stay strong on the run.
All right, 2nd and 8. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Fake handoff. Now buying some time, has all day, taking a deep shot right side. It's Quez, incomplete. Good coverage, incomplete.
No flag, huh? I don't like my jump balls going to Quez Watkins, and that was very much a jump ball. I'd rather it go to anybody but. Boy, watch Lane Johnson just drive Bosa into the ground. That is unbelievable. This still hits Quez. That's a lot of contact before the ball got there.
Look.
That's a lot of contact. It also hits Quez in the hands, but that's a lot of contact.
Man, I was hopeful whenever I was calling that I was looking, please be AJ or please be DeVonta. But I'm with you. That could have easily been called. Now Hurts going to take the snap, 3rd and 8, looking right side, trying to buy some time. Has plenty of time. No one open. Rolling left side, going to fire it upfield and incomplete, out of bounds.
Again, he has time. The first guys aren't open. And he has to bail out and nobody's there. I mean, credit to them not going 3 and out here, but what a disappointing drive. It feels like the offensive line is playing their butts off. They also didn't run the ball once on that drive as well, which is a whole different story. But,
yeah.
Got a punt. Darn it.
Yep, 4th and 8 at your own 39. You're going to punt the ball away, Braden Mann. 4:47 left in the second quarter, so still decent amount of time if you get a stop on this one. So the punt's away, right side. It's going to hit at the 9 and roll out of bounds at the 9-yard line. That is incredible.
What a punt.
Braden Mann.
Perfect punt. I just saw a super chat. I got to make sure I can find that one as I ban these dumb streamers. Smith is insane was the super chat as I missed it. Let me see if I can get up on the screen here. Yes, okay. Dakota report. Smith is insane. He really is. He's had a really great game so far. You'd like to see him or AJ be the targets on that deep ball, but you beggars can't be choosers here. But I really thought that defender Thomas got there a little early on that play. I mean, again, a little ticky-tack, but that would have been into scoring position on what would have been a big gain there on the flag. Gabe said, why was there any flag? Or why was there not a flag? I don't know. That was a little rough.
Yeah, I thought it should have been automatic. That one seems to only make sense. I mean, you're throwing it to him there. I get they've let him play so far. I guess, if we want to say what you've seen from both sides, they're letting a little bit of hand checking and stuff. But I mean, that one to me, it's easier in slow-mo for sure. But still, it's like you look at that one felt like it could have easily been called.
Yeah, definitely. And yet still they're going to, oh man, they're going to have to play some defense now. Let's see what kind of stop they can get. Got to play some defense.
Sean says, it's okay, everyone. Josh wore the right jersey. We're definitely winning. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know which was the right one,
Hopefully.
But we will take it.
It's, the Kelly Greens are undefeated so far whenever I've worn them, but there's not a lot of games so far. So, if you buy into that, sure, whatever works. Man, this game feels like it flipped so quickly. You had a lot of momentum, playing good on defense, offense moving the ball. Hopefully you could have gotten a touchdown.
This is exactly how the NFC title game went. They went down and scored to tie the game, and then Philadelphia went 3 and out, and then the sack on Purdy happened. I believe that was the exact, possessions that went down. It feels so similar. It feels like deja vu. Now you got to get a sack on Purdy this possession and maybe force a turnover.
Yeah, let's see it. Got to get it now.
Come on. Cody said, we have not run the ball. This blank is getting mad annoying. I agree.
Yeah, Brian Johnson believes in the extension of the running game. Not necessarily the running game, but the extension of the running game.
Finally back from commercial break. Feels like it's been a pretty fast game so far. But remember, the Niners get the ball to start the second half, and so you really want to try and get one more offensive possession here that isn't like, 20 seconds left in the quarter. See if they can get off the field quick. Come on.
All right, 4:37 to go in the second quarter. 7 on the play clock. Purdy in the gun. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Up the middle, right side, complete to Debo. Has some space. Pushes forward to the 15, all the way out of the bounds at the 19-yard line. A gain of 9.
And you see the game plan now. Quick passes. Get the ball out of Purdy's hands quickly. Make sure he doesn't have time to sit back there and get sacked. There's a good block by Juszczyk on the outside by Bradbury. Reddick chased him out of bounds to get him a little short of the line to gain. But this defensive line has been a little bend but don't breaky, if you will, these past 2 possessions. They're starting to give up some yards.
Yeah, definitely are now. It's a 2nd and 1, ball at the 19 of the 49ers. Purdy in the pistol, takes a snap, handoff McCaffrey up the middle, plenty of space, a first down up to the 25 before Byard brings him down. First down.
Milton Williams had a chance. He had an arm tackle chance, but McCaffrey's a lot stronger than that. And like we said, they're starting to get going here. 3:45 to go, third quarter, and another first down for the Niners. They've gotten, 4 or 5 in a row now here. Come on. Got to get a couple of positive plays defensively.
Yeah. John Wick says, seems like you guys are a minute behind. Yes, due to the streaming and delay and everything, we're usually a play or 2 behind, but we'll give you the timing if you guys want to sync up. 6 on the play clock. Purdy takes the snap, looking over the middle, complete, wide open. Kittle up to the 40, pushes forward to the 48 of Philly, into Philly territory now, and they're not having any problems now. The early struggles that the 49ers offense had are just about gone because Kittle was wide open.
That looks like Ellis might have not been in the right spot. He moved in his zone, and he might have needed to stay back. Byard had the over-the-top help, but that looked pretty easy, as you just mentioned, and an easy pitch and toss.
2:50 to play in the second quarter, 14 on the play clock. Niners trying to extend the lead into Philly territory now at the 49. Purdy under center. They have Juszczyk in motion left. Handoff McCaffrey up the middle, a hole. Pushes forward all the way for a gain of 9. Jeez. And he wasn't hit until, probably 5 or 6 yards on that run anyway.
Yeah, the Niners offense having negative yards seems like it was 9 hours ago now. Suddenly they are rolling, and they're going to go hurry up here, maybe keep the Eagles' same defensive front on the field.
Yep, 2nd and 1, Purdy under center. Curious if they'll run a play here, or they could just take it to 2-minute warning if they wanted to. 14 on the play clock, 2:05 in the game clock. Purdy's still under center.
They're not snapping this.
And going to try to get him to bait him, but no, they're not going to. Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're at the 42 of Philly. 1-point game, 2 minutes left. You got 2 timeouts. Yeah, you really got to hold them to a field goal here. That would stink to give up a touchdown and then give them the ball, right? Depending on how much time you'd have left.
Yeah. Yeah, that's questionable there. I don't know. It feels like I'm curious to see, because you called it earlier whenever Kittle was wide open. Christian Ellis can be good at times on stopping the run. I mean, just as fast as he is and just trying to attack really quickly. But at the same time, it's kind of like you get Ellis to bite on that play action or get him to bite on the motion, and all of a sudden you run a route right behind him. That's really going to cost if they keep doing that. As Derwin Stevens says, get 53 off the field. He lost. Yeah, I mean, didn't look great on the last couple plays.
I mean, if you wanted a good pitch to Howie to maybe up the money a little bit on Shaq Leonard, I think you're maybe seeing that so far early here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a case to be made. That's for sure. And it also makes us realize even more, not that we maybe didn't, but Zach Cunningham has been really good. He's been very helpful.
He's been very helpful, yeah. And you wonder how much longer he'll be out, right? I mean, the idea that you'd bring in somebody tomorrow would tell you that he's probably going to miss the Cowboy game, right? If they go sign Shaq Leonard tomorrow, it's probably because he's going to miss the Cowboy game.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a true tell. If you do that, that's like an automatic.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, man.
If you could get a stop here, or, I mean, even limit to a field goal, that would be...
All right, finally back from that commercial. Gosh, that took forever. It'd be nice if Bradbury could get a pick today. You know how much fun that'd be if he could get a pick after being called trash and then double down and called trash again. That'd be so nice. If there was ever a week, you almost wish he could have waited for that one last week against Buffalo to take it today, but I don't know. A lot of game left. That
would be awesome. As Purdy's going to just quarterback sneak for the first down coming out of the 2-minute warning. So there's a automatic gain of 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to ban that play if you're Roger Goodell. You just have to. It's just so illegal and so bad for the game, and you got to get it out. It's just terrible. Terrible.
That's so stupid.
So stupid.
You got to be kidding me. Just the fact that one team is so incredible at it. Now, other teams can run it, and they have, but they're just not as effective. But yeah, if that gets banned, that'd be crazy.
Come on, defense.
Minute 30 left in the game. Purdy takes the snap, looking left side, deep shot. It's complete. Ayuk, first down, up to, I think, Philly 24-yard line now.
Yeah, now you're not seeing a lot of pressure. That was a blitz, and they didn't even get close to Brock Purdy. He's going to go hurry up here. I thought Slay had a chance to break on that ball. He was a little too slow when Ayuk gets his 4th catch of the day. And the Niners are in business. They've had 3 straight drives where they've started to really, or 2 straight drives, they started to really knock on the Eagles' door.
Purdy now taking the snap, looking over the middle. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jennings, but barely missed him. That was maybe a little better coverage, but honestly, I think he had him. You just missed him.
You're starting to kind of get out of getting the ball back territory here. You're not going to have a shot to tie this or take the lead before going into halftime. You just need to just pin the ears back, whatever it takes. You can use your timeouts if your defense needs a break and make sure that this is not 14-6, but at worst 10-6 going into halftime.
Come on, here we go. 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Eagles still have 2 timeouts. 2nd and 10 for the Niners at the 24, and Sweat may have just jumped off sides. They're going to keep running the play, and they did. It's a free play.
Gosh darn it.
Ayuk for 5 yards, but it won't matter yet. It'll get an automatic 5.
First one cost us points. This one's going to cost us 5 yards, and they're going to get a replay of the down. Just watch the ball. Just watch the ball, and then go.
2nd and 5.
Yeah, Yeah. The first quarter was so promising. The second quarter has kind of felt like what Philadelphia has done a lot of times early in these games. And then they get to halftime, they figure it out, and they start to kind of slow down and keep plays in front of them. Got to just weather the storm here. Hold them to 3 points. Hold them to 3 points.
All right, 2nd and 5 now after the penalty. 53 to play in the second quarter. Purdy takes the snap, a little pass out to the right side to Debo, has some space and blockers all the way up to the 10, pushing forward to the 5 and brought down maybe at the 4-yard line or 5-yard line, but it's going to be 1st and goal. Golly, the Niners still have 2 timeouts. There's about 40 seconds, but the game clock is ticking now.
Yeah, we talk about how much we hate wide receiver screens. That right there is a good example of how to run one. If you can get blockers and it's just hat on hats in front of you, and then you got a speedy receiver like Debo, you can get some positive yards here, and now you really got to bend but not break here.
That's a killer. There's a timeout. I believe Philly's the one that took the timeout. I mean, if you're at that position there, you might as well, but.
All right, commercial break. Darn. Not getting touchdowns those first 2 drives. A killer for Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm. Man, if you could somehow, I don't know, either you're getting a stop here or if they score really quickly, I mean, you have some time, and we know that Jake Elliott can make it from just about anywhere on the field. Right. So I don't know what, you maybe get 3 more points out of it, but this feels like we're headed towards a similar type of fashion that we've seen in most games recently. It's like, oh, hey, we're starting the second half. We're down by 7, down by 10.
Oh, man. Okay. Come on, guys. Come on. Still, you will only be down 1 score. We think about being down double digits a lot the past couple of weeks. I mean, we're glass half full here. We're not going to panic. The offense has been moving the football. Defense has looked good at times. I think they just got to run the ball. They got to get the running game going in the second half and get DeAndre Swift. I mean, I think I took the over for 12.5 carries. It's like, we can hit that here. You should hit that automatically with DeAndre Swift every game. Every game should be automatic 12.5 carries every single time. But so far, it's not been the case.
No, not so great. And we figure out Chaos says they will score, and then we need to do a major adjustment at the half. Yeah, we definitely need to have adjustments. And it feels like, unfortunately, as we've been talking about, that's kind of the constant. I don't know.
Yeah.
At one point, could we maybe just, start out on fire, get up by 10, 14, 20, and then just, have a game where it's a little bit easier, not as panicked?
Be fun, but nope, not the case.
I can't remember what that feels like.
So they're going to have 1st and goal from the 4, maybe the 5, depending on where they put this. But 45 seconds. The Eagles took a timeout, so they have 1 left. So let's see how quickly they can get off the field here.
All right, 1st and goal from the 5. Purdy under center. Takes the snap, handoff McCaffrey up the middle, and he's met by 2 or 3 Eagles, gain of about 2. It'll bring up a 2nd and goal at the 2.5-yard line. And I believe the Eagles are calling a timeout.
They did.
Yep.
Yeah, and it makes sense, right? If you give up a score, you have 30 seconds, and again, Jake Elliott's leg is like a massive cannon. You just got to get him close. So you have a couple of chances to maybe get a couple of out routes, maybe a throw across the middle and a spike, and then kick a field goal to keep this very close. But again, right now, I'm just worried about forcing a field goal instead of a touchdown. That'd be huge.
Yeah, that would be big time. All right, come on, let's go. 2nd and goal. Make something happen. All right, Niners coming out. McCaffrey, the lone back. Ayuk in motion right. Purdy under center. Takes the snap. Left side, McCaffrey, wide open hole. Oh my gosh, touchdown. Way too easy.
2-hand touch. 2-hand touch. All right.
Well, if you want any sort of silver lining, I guess, there's 38 seconds remaining you don't have any timeouts for Philly, but possibly you move down into field, get a 50-ish yard field goal possibly before the end of the half.
I'm not sure that I don't buy the idea of not having Jordan Davis on the field for that snap. It's a running down, and they go with Carter and Cox. I feel like you need your run stopper in there. I don't know if it makes a difference, but all right. Halftime deficits, right? It's where Jalen plays his best, huh?
Mm-hmm. Apparently.
I'm getting tired of it,
He is the number one in the NFL for that reason.
I am getting tired of those halftime adjustments.
14-6 after the PAT for the Niners.
So you got time, right? I mean, again, we mentioned it. You got time to target the middle of the field, throw a couple of plays to where you can throw or do a little spike and maybe get some chunk yardage here. You just can't have any turnovers is the one thought. But I like Philadelphia being aggressive. They haven't been that aggressive at the end of halves with little time left, and it feels like maybe this is a good opportunity to at least make it 14-9 before going into halftime.
Yeah, that would be you'd be sitting in a lot better situation. I mean, again, at least it's only a one possession, but the fact that you'd have to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion. I mean, be nice to get something out of this drive, build a little momentum going into halftime.
Yep. Oh boy, all right. We'll see. Come on, Jalen, give us a drive.
Yeah, I definitely don't like, though, the Niners 11 plays, 85 yards for a touchdown, and then 10 plays, 90 yards for a touchdown. Not many struggles there. All right, kick out of the end zone.
Script is flipped, that's for sure. My goodness. All right, here we go.
Well, they're going to bring up the Philadelphia Eagles, 5-0 when trailing at halftime this season. Best in the NFL. The rest of the NFL is 36 and 129.
Well, you can make a big momentum shift if you could get points on this drive. You got time. 38 seconds. First play of this drive is a real important one. Get the things rolling.
Yep. Hurts in the gun, takes the snap. Going to be looking, buying time. Over the middle, it's incomplete. Wow, okay, that was... Did he hit off Dickerson?
It looked like
it hit off his own player's helmet.
Jeez, what about tip passes at the line of scrimmage have been the bane of our existence so far this year, and that made my heart stop for a second. It's good it's incomplete, though, because that would have been a 4-yard gain, and it would have cost you about 15 seconds. So
yeah.
In the end, that's fine.
Yeah, ends up being a good thing. You're right, but it looked like it potentially could be the Buffalo tipped scrimmage interception. So let's not get one of those. 2nd and 10, Hurts. Handoff Gainwell left side, trying to buy some time, some blocks, and gains about 3 yards, 4 yards.
That will do it.
I don't think you're running anything else after doing a run play.
Nope. That is going to be it. Well, 14-6, right? Pretty close. Not too bad. They're going to let this one go to halftime, and all right. Halftime deficit. A little bit of boo birds. Yeah, you'd expect it. They don't want to lose this one. You know what?
I don't blame you. Not a great first half.
Was it a bad overall half? I mean, Philadelphia marched twice into the red zone. Chances to get me, it could have been 14-14 at worst. Then you have the offsides on 3rd down and goal for the San Francisco 49ers that gave them a controversial catch in the back of the end zone. Feels like it's been kind of an even Steven game so far with a couple of the plays bouncing the Niners' way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd say it definitely wasn't a good half. I would say it was a bad half. I mean, you started out good. I'm with you on the opening possession. You're moving the football. The defense plays really well, but I mean, outside of that, it was a full quarter. So you could argue, first quarter not too bad. You hold them to -6 yards on the defensive side of the ball, but I don't know. Even the way that played, it's kind of like, can we play some sort of complementary football? And it feels like this team is usually one or the other. I don't know. And then obviously the second quarter, everything goes poorly because you give up 14 points and you don't score anything, can't really move the football. So I don't know. Probably not the worst first half we've ever seen, but it's not a good one. And you need an answer. The bad part too is that you're not going to get the ball to start the second half. Yeah. So you got to get a stop. Now, Desai's proven that he can make adjustments. Do we have faith that he can do that again against a 49ers offense that clearly had no trouble after the first quarter and moving the football. I don't know. That's
6 straight games with a halftime deficit. Eventually you're not going to be able to overcome that, whether it's today or another day. But it just feels like the offense has its spurts. It starts and it stops. And if you take away that 3rd down and 19 screen to DeVonta Smith, they've done nothing offensively the past 3 or 4 drives. And I genuinely, it's because of the 49ers secondary. Hurts has not liked what he's seen. He's had plenty of time. I mean, there's been 0 pass rush. Chase Young's name has not been called once. Bosa has not come close. They've just not been able to get the ball down the field after those first couple of drives. And you see comments like someone I saw a little bit earlier saying, praying that Brian Johnson gets hired elsewhere next year. It's so hard to know how much of it is Brian Johnson, how much of it is the Niner defense and Steve Wilks. I don't know, but it is... We have a big enough sample size to look and see that this offense really ebbs and flows. It is a roller coaster ride. The consistent 30-plus point scoring with huge halftime leads is a thing of the past. Wasn't Philadelphia the best team in the second quarter last year? I mean, they would just score and score and score, and yet it's just not been the case this year. And if it's Johnson, then maybe we do hope he gets signed somewhere else. If it's not, then I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, we're going to need something. I mean, you got to make adjustments. I mean, Becky Williams says at least there's another half. That's true. We got another half. You got to answer for it. And we've seen, it just feels like one of those. I mean, how often can you ask the team to keep coming back from deficits though? It's like at some point it feels like you got to be able to get this lead and then just keep playing with that lead rather than and I don't know what it is. Is it a wake up call? Is it you show up to the game kind of like, oh gosh, hey, we're losing. We need to actually get going now. Or is it just not the right game plan to start out, or not making early adjustments and thankfully making better adjustments later in the game? But it just feels like one of those that we continue to say it's great that we're 10-1, but
right.
Like, is it going to cost you at some point to be the fact that you're always getting down early and you're trying to climb out of a hole? I mean, there's a reason that the rest of the league is terrible record and we have a 5-0 record when losing it or when trailing at halftime. But I don't know. Hopefully we see a little bit of differences here. Get a little bit of adjustments. I think Shane was saying, better be one hell of a halftime speech. So, I mean, whatever it takes to get the guys fired up. I think Sirianni even said usually, the halftime speeches are brief because you are talking about adjustments. But yeah, I need the guys to wake up, play a little bit more physical too. Hassan's been doing good. Hassan's getting some pressure, but I think the Niners figured out a way to attack that. So it's really both sides of the ball at this point.
Matthew Fitzpatrick says attack the middle. That's how we drove both times. It's true. A couple of big slants to A.J. Brown. They were able to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers. DeVonta Smith on the outside. The offensive line is playing so well, and Shane said this earlier, why not run the ball? I agree. I mean, where are the days? I mean, gone are the days where Swift would have, a 10-yard gain. You almost don't see those anymore in Philadelphia. They need to establish the run and then set up these passes because they eventually hit on these deep shots to Brown or Smith, and let's hope that that's kind of in the game plan. But the first rule of business is going to be not giving up points in the Niners' opening drive. That way they don't double dip and get a double-digit lead. So we'll see how that's going to go. I am going to use the restroom, and then, unless you have to go worse than I do, but we'll get tag team this. I'm going to go, and I will be right back.
All right. You got it. All right, let's see. Shane, it seems they make their best game plan after the half, but why not the first half? Exactly. Yeah, that's the constant theme. It feels like we can't. I don't know. You could argue that like the team feels similar in a way to last year. Obviously, like the record and the way that the stats and the numbers suggest a lot of things are close, but it feels like the difference was. And a lot of us probably know this from watching the games, but also fantasy-wise, it's like the guys would get up by so much that all of a sudden you're like, oh, cool, we'll just chill. We'll chill for the last, third half of the third quarter or maybe the fourth quarter. But this year's so different because, it's like, where's the game plan until all of a sudden, you have to have it and our backs are against the wall. So I don't know. I'd love for one game to not be a train wreck of emotions. Unfortunately, the fact that we're down 14-6 at half, I'm not sure that we're going to get that on this one. Astra says we're at the I'm going to grill myself stage of the Eagles game. Yeah, well, I guess so. Yeah, 16 rated. Like, why aren't they wrapping when tackling? I don't know. I mean, Roby made a poor attempt. We had several guys making poor attempts. $610 Josh, how worried are you if the Niners come out and score? Yeah, really worried. If they come out and score, I mean, we know the game's not over with Jalen, but man, you're talking about a 21-6 game at that point. And so far, besides the first quarter, your defense hasn't proven to be able to stop anything. And then you're going to count on the offense to hopefully get going. I don't know. I think I think the very worst, you give up a field goal on this opening drive. If you give up more than a field goal, man, that'll be such a tough hole to climb out of. I don't know. Yeah, several comments here. Psycho Dog saying, I hate this ridiculous play calling. 22 passes and 9 runs. Shane, establishing the run is always crucial. I can tell you it wouldn't be an Eagles game without the stress. That's true. Yeah, it's always a stressful one, but that's probably a big difference too. I feel like in the NFC Championship game, even when the running game wasn't quite working early on, like at least we stuck with the run. There was more of a physicality. I don't know. It's like it seems like the Niners have that physical play style right now. We're just kind of going through the motions, at least in the passing game there. Yeah, Austin, my heart can only handle so much of these games. Just give me one game I can relax a bit. I'm with you. Unfortunately, that's probably not this game. Chico says, we look good right now compared to other weeks. Nah, Eagles always do all that. Not necessarily looking great. Maybe we can turn it around in the second half though. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably a little more than worried. Just it feels like, and we talked about this, I think, in the leading up to this game, but it's like every single game, there's not a complimentary football. And it would be scary, I think, for the entire league if Philly could ever put together a complete game. But it's like we're week 13 now, and we still haven't seen that. So this team would be unstoppable if both sides of the ball would play up to their potential. But it's like one may play well for a quarter, and then the other one does. You just can't seem to get the offense and defense firing on all cylinders. But I don't know.
All right, we're back.
Yeah, we were saying.
Go ahead.
No, just talking about the difference of the team not playing complete games. It's like one side's play well for a little bit, then one quarter the other one does. It's just kind of the talk of like how complete the team would be if you could get a game where they actually play for once. But it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm more than concerned, I think, at this point.
It's at some point when this keeps happening, you have to just wonder if this is the Eagles' identity. Are they a great football team? Yes. Are they a perfect football team that's going to blow everybody out and win games easily? No. And we've seen that in the past. Like the Chiefs a couple of years ago when they had Tyreek Hill, they would never be in close games. And they would just blow everybody out and they'd win the game and it'd be comfortable, right? Not this football team. This is a gritty, grind it out, motivation after second half, pin the ears back and get a win. And you've seen a lot of close ones. I think, one, that's not the worst thing in the world because they're winning these games. But two, you got to remember, we're in the middle of a 5-game stretch of absolutely brutal games. Absolutely brutal games. And if I'd asked you, and again, I'm not saying we're going to lose this game. I think they're going to have a very good chance. But if I had asked you before Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys, if they went 3-2, How would you take that? You'd say, yeah, I'd probably take it. What if they went 4-1, which is what they do? If they lost today and win next week, we'd be like, oh my gosh, like this is the greatest team of all time. They've been close. They've found ways to win. They've been better in the second half. Let's see what they do here. But it does get a little old whenever you can't put, 4 quarters together. It seems like they really haven't done it at all this year.
No, it doesn't. That's what I was bringing up earlier too. I was like, there's so many similarities, but there's also like so many differences in this team. If you just look at the stats, you could say, hey, this is very similar to last season. You got the record and the numbers and the yardage and all that. But the difference is in the games. And like you're talking about, it's like last year you'd get a lead pretty early on, and then you crush the will of the opposing team. It's like, all right, hey, we got this game in the bag. But like this season, for some reason, and I mean, I get it. Like the NFL's tough. We know that. It's hard to win. Teams have your number. The Eagles are, on everyone's radar because obviously of what we've done last season and then all the hype this season.
Sure.
But yeah, it just feels like every single game, it is like we're reacting, at least in the first half for sure, but we're reacting to what another team is doing before saying, oh, hey, let's go impose our will and play our brand of football. But I mean, I think we'd all love to have just one game, maybe a couple games of be able to relax a little bit. I know the schedule, this portion is the so-called gauntlet, so it's probably less likely, certainly in this game today. But I don't know. It's mind-boggling. Like you see, there's short glimpses and short spurts of going like, wow, that team. I mean, can you imagine what it would look like if you got 4 quarters of complete football, offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball? But I don't know that I can point to a single game outside of like the Bucs game, even there was a little bit of moments, but I mean, overall you could say, well, you pretty much dominated from start to finish. It was like the 25-11. So, but outside of that, no, it's been constant, like a little concern. You're not going to lie.
Well, I agree, but let's be real. Eagles dominated the first quarter. Niners dominated the second quarter. Niners scored 2 touchdowns in the red zone. Eagles kicked 2 field goals. I mean, we scored 2 touchdowns. It's 14-14. It's knotted up, and it's fine. So it's not like the Chiefs game where they were terrible the entire first half. They had their moments, but now we got to see what they can do in the third quarter. 1946, Connie Mack, Eagles fan, says, now it's time to blitz, shore up the middle, then start running on the left side. I agree with the runs. We'll see what they do at the blitzes here as Purdy and the Niner offense is coming back out onto the field because they, of course, deferred the second half. This is a very important drive for the Eagle defense. It doesn't... they score a touchdown here. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose the game, but if you can get a quick 3 and out and force a punt or a turnover or a couple of sacks and get the ball back in that Eagle offensive hands, get the crowd back into it, this is going to be very important. Let's see what they do. Here we go. Purdy in the guns. Deebo Samuel to his right. 12 on the play clock. 11 on the play clock. 10. Get synced up with us here. Now they motion McCaffrey back into the formation. Take the snap, turn, give McCaffrey, and he cuts up field for a gain of about 4. He got it to the 29-yard line. It'd be second down and 6.
Yeah, there's, I'd say, still more holes than we saw in the first quarter. They were getting it much better now, but the Niners have figured out something that works a little bit.
Purdy, 9 for 15, $118, a touchdown. He was really, really cold early in this game, and the Eagle front 4 was getting some serious pressure. They have been very quiet ever since. We need Reddick to kind of wake up here. Maybe Josh Sweat as well, who had 2 costly penalties. Here's a Purdy throw on second down. That's going to be dropped there by Purdy. I thought Blake should have a chance to pick that. Not the best throw to Ayuk. It'd be third down and 5 and a chance to get off the field.
I'm pretty sure that one hit Blankenship in the hand. That was out in front of Ayuk there, and it did. Oh my gosh, he had such a good chance that he could have come away with that.
Yeah, the ball kind of pinned off of Ayuk's knee. That was really close. Still, though, good play there by the Ghost. He's been really good the past couple of weeks. He's been really just a sure safety after being undrafted last year. 3rd and 5, really good chance early. Purdy stamps his foot, motions McCaffrey into the backfield, takes the snap, 4-man pressure, clean pocket, fires, that's caught, wide open. Juwan Jennings to the 49-yard line. He absolutely obliterated Eli Ricks there, and there goes your 3-and-out chance. Jeez.
I don't know what that was. Eric Smith says Ricks looking slow. Yeah, I mean, he did get obliterated, but this just feels so easy. I don't know. I mean, you allow the slant, but look, there's just no one in the middle of the field.
Really good design there. They kind of used Kittle to rub Ricks. Ricks went out or over instead of under. That's why you're an undrafted free agent sometimes. Here's a play fake. Purdy's going to throw, steps up, fires. That's caught. There's Kittle again. Tackled immediately, but he got a gain of about 8. Blankenship on the stop, and just like that, Niner offense goes right back into Eagle territory.
I'm telling you, at this point, Christian Ellis is going to have to figure something out, or you're going to have to play a package that is like dime with Nicholas Morrow, the only linebacker out there. Because, again, he bit on the motion, and Kittle's going to get wide open all day on that.
Yeah, well, Shaq Leonard, there's a guy out there that might be able to help. We'll see. 2nd down and 2, 13-16 to go, opening drive of the third quarter. Purdy in the pistol. Takes the snap, turn, give, and that's going to be a run. McCaffrey, that goes nowhere. Great stop by Cox and Jordan Davis as McCaffrey flops at the end of that. So here comes a 3rd down and short. That goes to take you back to the rushing touchdown earlier. Why was Jordan Davis not in for a goal line situation? He really should be. That's a huge flop by McCaffrey, too. My goodness.
Good gosh. Are you kidding me? Just trying to sell. There's nothing going on there. Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Come on. Yeah, even the refs are just laughing at him. Like, okay, look, I know what you're doing.
Come on. 3rd and 2. Get off the field. From the Eagle 45, Purdy in the gun. 4 receivers, including Kittle. Now they're going to go empty. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Clean pocket. Steps up. Throws. That is going to be caught. McCaffrey. And he has a huge gain down to the 12.
Oh, my
goodness. It was an out and up, and McCaffrey was wide open. And back come the 49ers. They're in business. Oh, my goodness.
That's terrible. Morrow looked like he was, I think, assuming that it was just going to be an out route, but it's like he guessed it because he gets burned so badly on this. He's continuing to run outside by the time McCaffrey's, 7 yards upfield?
All right. Well, now you got to hope that you hold him to a field goal. This is a great opening drive. 1st and 10 from the 11 for the 49ers. New running back in as McCaffrey gets a little spell. And they're going to give this to Debo on an end around. And Debo's got Kittle in front of him across the 10. Debo to the goal line. Touchdown, San Francisco. There you go. Wow. Debo's going to love that. Damn it.
And he's going to be, jawing, I'm sure.
Well, that was a really good drive by San Francisco. My goodness. Christian Ellis looks rough, man. He looks not available.
That's what we were saying before. It's like on a standard, just normal running offense that's not going to have trickery and motion and play action and all this other stuff. Like, I think that Ellis can be pretty good, at least serviceable. But honestly, his aggressiveness is coming back to bite because you have so much of that motion. It's cost him a number of times.
21 unanswered for San Francisco, as that was a very quick start to the third quarter. Boy. Yeah, Yeah,
we're all doing that. It's not good so far.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's San Francisco.
I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in a second.
Go for it. Yeah, I saw in the chat earlier someone saying that this is San Francisco's Super Bowl. They have circled this game on the calendars, and it's a shame that the Eagles haven't woken up for this yet, especially defensively. But a lot of game left, but it's ugly right now. Let's see. Same motion Miami used. All of a sudden, we can't stop it. Yeah, we slowed down Miami's motion really well, John, but for whatever reason, we can't. Damn, some sad birds in here. Yeah, well, it's a bummer right now. Tyler says, I'm telling you, we're winning the NFC Championship game. This L means nothing. Yeah, that's the right mindset. I agree. You got to beat them again in the playoffs no matter what, but you just want to do it in Philly. The big fear is that you would lose this game and then lose the Cowboy game and then suddenly be looking at a wild card or a 2 seed. You do not want the Niners to be the 1 seed. You sure as hell don't want the Cowboys to be the 1 seed. If you can win this one or win one of the next 2, they're going to be just fine. They're going to get the 1 seed, and the Niners have to come back here, and we'll get our second shot at them. But it'd be nice to see a little bit of life, though. It'd be nice to see this team not kind of roll over after that drive. Maybe finally get the offense going. If you score here, it's a 1-score game, and then the crowd gets back into it. That's the big problem right now. Brandon Martin, a fair weather fan, says, that's game, guys. Have a good night. All right, well, you're going to back out now. Okay. That's no fun. Vinay says it means nothing. Vanna, sorry, I don't see your name. But it means nothing, but it means something. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you do wonder what this means. Let's say Philadelphia does lose this game. Does that really impact Shaq Leonard's signing? Does that mean Shaq's going to go to Dallas and then play against us next week? Does that mean the Eagles are going to try harder for Shaq Leonard because of the whole idea that Christian Ellis was terrible today and they need to get someone quickly because of the hamstring injury to Zach Cunningham? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. People people are ripping Reed Blankenship after he almost had a pick a couple of snaps ago. But, whatever. Brian Johnson stinks. That's fair. Why are you guys surprised? Defense has been leaky all season long overall. That is true. The defense has been leaky, but normally they get going in the third quarter, except for that drive there. As they come back from break, and Josh comes back from his break, and we are ready to go for the Eagles' first possession of the third quarter. Shane Baker, the super chat. Linebackers hurting us big time. Leave it to Hurts. Yeah, they are. They are. You knew it was inevitable with Cunningham being out, but now you got to wait and see if Hurts can bring him back in, because this Eagle offense has been anemic for the past couple of drives.
Come on.
All right, this will be returnable by Boston Scott, and he's going to get a nice return to the 25. I guess you could have fair caught it, and it would have made a difference, but he is going to be down at the 26, and they're going to throw a flag, too.
What's the flag?
So let's see what the flag is going to do, and Sidney Brown lost his helmet. So maybe it could be on San Francisco. That'd be nice.
Yep, it would be nice. Please, something.
Refs are huddled up at the 35-yard line. Taking a while. The Eagles aren't backing up, though. Face mask on the kicking team. There you go.
Okay.
You see an Eagle player lose his helmet. There's probably a reason why. So you get 15 extra. So good field position. And if you go score on this drive, Josh, they're right back in it.
We need it because it's, I not necessarily call it a must score drive, but it feels like that.
It feels like it. Definitely feels like it. Come on. All right, so they walk the ball all the way up to the 40. And the Eagles are going to come back out. Stoll, Brown, Smitty, Oz, and DeAndre Swift, who's been very quiet so far this game. Let's see if they get the running game going here. 1st and 10, 11:33 to go. 21-6 San Francisco. Hurts takes the snap. Turn gives Swift. He's going to run up the middle, and he's going to bounce forward for a gain of maybe 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 7.
All right. You got to stick with the running game, too, and we can't get one-dimensional. We know that. I know it. I hate it at times, the 2-3 yard runs, but you got to keep them honest, and I don't know.
Well, and you need a sustained drive here. Your Eagle defense has been on the field a lot the past couple of weeks and a lot in that second quarter. It'd be nice to give them a nice long break here and end up with 6 on the other end. 2nd down and 7. Hurts in the gun. Empty set. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. He bails out to the left. He's got a lot of people chasing him. Still running. Now he's going to throw it out of bounds. That is incomplete. And he was hit out of bounds. And
did they not call that?
There's no flag.
Oh,
okay.
my gosh.
Jeez.
I thought for sure it was coming.
Did he not get hit late?
It was close if he didn't. I mean.
Yeah, that's a penalty. That is a penalty. That's a penalty. You're really not going to call that? Wow. If you think Tom Brady gets a personal foul call there? You think Patrick Mahomes does? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think Greg Olson was saying even, which he's, been a little favoritism towards one side today, but I think he was even saying a lot of quarterbacks across the league will get that call.
All right, 3rd and 7. Philadelphia really needs to get a first down here from the Eagle 45. Hurts, 13 of 23 already as they motion Gainwell to his right. 4 in the play clock, 3 in the play clock. Hurts takes the snap, 4-man pressure, clean pocket. Now he's going to back up. Now he's going to step up and roll to the left. Bosa's chasing. Now he's going to throw, and that's caught. There's A.J. Brown for a first down. Great ball movement there by Jalen Hurts with Nick Bosa burrowing down on him to the left side. That moves the chains. They get A.J. back involved, and the Eagles finally get a first down here.
That's just really making a play out of nothing because there wasn't much there, but AJ coming back to the ball, Hurts buying some time, rolling out left. That's what we need, honestly. I don't know what the play calling is necessarily, but against Buffalo, you kind of saw Jalen take over and just become a gamer. It feels like we might have to start doing that.
Here's a first down play fake. They're going to dump it outside to Stoll. That's a good catch there. There's a flag, though. Darn it. They're going to call offensive pass interference. We always get called on these. I feel like teams never get called on pick plays. We always get called on these stupid pick plays. They're going to get Smith here. Gosh darn it. We always get these, dude. Like, they never call them against us.
No, I know. Yeah, they literally will pick up flags against other teams, but...
So 2nd down and 3 becomes 1st down and 20, I believe. I know that that's illegal, but they never call it on teams when they run it against us, ever. Yeah, well, you got to battle the refs today. It's very clear, very clear. You're not getting the calls. 1st and 20. Nick Sirianni is hot. He is hot. So we're back into Eagle territory at the 46. 4th penalty today on the Birds. Hurts takes the snap. Standing in the pocket. Now he's going to step up and fire. Deep left side. There's Smith. A nice toe tapper off the sideline. That's a gain of at least 16. And that gets basically all of it back. Good play there by DeVonta. It'll be 2nd down and short.
Come on, you got to keep moving the ball here. That was a play. It's crazy too because, I mean, Jalen's had some pressure. Yeah, it's not been perfect, but he's had a decent amount of time. It's I don't know what the coverage is doing for the 49ers, but they're requiring Jalen to take forever to throw the ball.
Here's another 2nd down pass that's caught Smitty. He's across the 25-yard line, and he's slung out of bounds. A little late there, too, and there's a late flag, finally. That's Dre Greenlaw. He threw a punch, too. Did he not try to punch an Eagles coach?
It looked close. I don't know if he was trying to put a hand in Sirianni's face.
He's got to go.
Sirianni came over and started jawing at him. Do you see that? I think it was actually Sirianni that he was close to.
It's for sure personal foul, extra 15 after the 1st down. I think he throws his hand in there. Yeah, that's clearly. You can't superplex him there. And then watch him here. Yeah, what is this? Come on, get him out. Come on. Right at Dom.
Oh my gosh.
That is funny. You can't make contact with an Eagle coach.
We're going to get a really good look at it, I think, right here. Let's see.
He hits him. He literally...
okay.
Listen, you got to go. You got to go. No. You have to go.
But he does touch him.
You got to go.
He's putting a hand in his face.
You've got to go. Eagles are still jawing right now.
It's going to be, for sure, 15 yards, but I'm curious what they're going to do here.
He literally punched him. He literally punched him in the face. He just barely made contact. Yeah, and they're right. New York can take a look at this. Yeah, this would be big if they lose Greenlaw too. Oh man. They're still talking here. What are they going to do? And looks like they are going to eject him.
I mean, they have to at this point.
I think that they have.
It's for sure a rule, so I don't think there's a question.
You cannot make touches to an Eagle coaching player. Yeah, you can't do that. Here they go with the review. Yeah, so they get the personal foul, and they've ejected him. Good. Yep. Get him out of there. Good.
Bye-bye.
Good.
See you later.
That's a big loss, too. And Greenlaw is screaming at Steve Wilkes right now.
Well, what else is new? You're going to be whining about being kicked out when you did it to yourself.
You did. Look at Dom making big plays today, huh? Making big plays, huh? You know it's going to be all over Twitter tomorrow. My goodness. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. How great is that?
Yep. And they just showed it again. Yeah, look at Dom. He's smiling. He knows. Get him out. Oh, man. Get him out.
He just said something I can't really say here, but that's great.
This rivalry, man. This rivalry is crazy. They hate each other.
We're going to see him again. I have no doubt. I think we're going to see him again.
Come on, guys. They are giving you a touchdown here. They have walked you down the field. Hurts to DeVonta Smith. You've got to go score here. This is taking forever. Like, can we just play? Sirianni is fuming. Oh, my goodness. He's going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Greenlaw's a great player, too. I mean, this is not some random player. This is a huge player. Are they ejecting Dom?
Are they real? There's
no way they can eject Dom for just... They did.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What he didn't throw a punch. He
He's just
didn't
standing there protecting his players. What's he supposed to do?
He's separating the players.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a good point there by Tom Rinaldi. This is going to fire up the team, making Dom leave. That's crazy that Dom gets ejected. Coaches jaw at players all the time when they come to your sideline. He didn't do anything.
That's unreal.
He didn't throw a punch. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. Doesn't Greenlaw have to leave?
Yeah, he still hasn't left yet. He's on the sideline.
Listen to him cheer for Dom. Listen to him. Wow. Yeah, if Dom's got to leave the field, then get Greenlaw off the field. Come on, offense. Score this one for Dom. Come on. That's a big guy. That's a big guy. You do not want to get in there. There you go.
Don't mess with Big Dom.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 12. Philly can get a first down at the 9-2. 9 minutes to go in a 2-score game. Hurts takes the snap. This is quarterback sneak. Same play they ran on to win the game last week. Goes nowhere. They lose a yard there. That was the exact same play as the game winner, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Maybe 12 now. There you go. And now Greenlaw's ejected. Yeah, and he's probably getting a lot of really colorful words as he runs into the lane in the locker room.
Getting out of there.
Wow, that was crazy. This is a rivalry, man. This is crazy. And now we have more jawing, and they've blown this play dead. Oh, looked like Fred Warner lost his shoe, and they had to burn a timeout, I think, for it. Okay, well, that's good. So they burn a timeout because Warner lost his shoe, and now the designated shoe untier comes to help him out on the Niners sideline. Wow, that's a crazy 2 minutes there. Crazy 2 minutes. Okay, so they do official timeout so the Niners don't lose one, but now Warner is off the field for this play, and there's no Greenlaw the rest of the game. If you want to go score here, this would be a good play to do it. 2nd and 11, though. 8:21 to go. 3rd quarter. Philadelphia yet to score a touchdown inside the red zone. They're 0 for 2 today. Kicked 2 field goals. Swift to the left of Hurts in the gun. Smitty, Brown, Watkins are your 3 receivers. Stoll, slot to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. He's going to throw. Steps up, looks left, throws. Home run ball. A.J. Brown incomplete. A lot of hand fighting. And they're not going to throw a flag there either. Jeez.
Letting him play.
Goodness, he shoved him out of bounds, dude. He's shoving him out of bounds. That's crazy that's not a penalty at the 1-yard line. That's crazy.
I don't get it. They're throwing flags on some other plays, but they really just want to let him play on that one.
3rd and 11. The Eagles go empty. Gainwell, top of the formation. They got 5 receivers in.
Come on, guys.
Here comes the Niner blitz. Hurts takes the snap, sees the blitz, fires. That's caught. A.J. Brown at the 10. Long way to go. First down. He's got the first down at the 2. What a run there by 11. He had to make up some ground as he caught that 4 yards short. Woo, that's a big first down. 1st and goal.
Come on.
Good throw by Jalen Hurts, too. Kind of let him so he could move away from Tavarius Ward there. Eagles have burned the Niners when they brought pressure. They have not brought it often. And we're in maybe brotherly shove formation here on 1st and goal from the 2, and they are.
All right, hey, just rented a couple plays, I guess.
He's shoved. He's pushing. Is he in? He's going to be really close. He is 1 yard short, and you figure they're going to line it up again and do it one more time.
Yeah, for sure. If you're running it here at this point, then there's almost no reason that you don't say, wow, he is... Man, that is really, it's hard to tell because the angle's
That's at the 1-inch line, is it not?
It feels like they spotted it at least a football length short of where he got it.
Do it again.
He'll get it here. There's no question. And they know it's coming.
Hurts, first down, touchdown. Let's go!
Oh, easily. Come on, baby. We're back in this.
Boy, the momentum. And they're jawing now, too. Look at them go at each other. A.J. Brown is going at Tarvarius Ward.
Everybody's awake now.
I love this. Yeah, they're awake now. They are awake now. Do you go for 2 here, Josh? It's 12-21.
I wouldn't. No.
Okay.
If there had been a flag here or something, I would have. But
yeah.
I'm fine. Just keep it a 1-possession game. There's a lot of game left.
Oh, did you see Ward came around and hit A.J. Brown behind? Watch this right here. Look at that. Look at that cheap shot.
Good gosh. Yeah, and obviously A.J.'s going to push back at him, but
these teams
this
hate
is ridiculous.
This is nuts.
You know that I will not be shocked at all if we see them again.
All right, they're going to kick the field goal, or the extra point, up and good. We got a 1-score game.
All right.
This is crazy. This is exciting. How does Dom get ejected for that, man? That's crazy.
That makes no sense to me.
This is it's defense time. The offense has woken up. They've answered the call. It is time. It is time for the Eagle defense to have a 3-and-out quick. Oh, boy. All right. All the hashtags win it for Dom on Twitter right now. Got to do it. Got to do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great.
All right. Come on,
I still can't
guys.
believe that. I mean, just
that's crazy.
The fact that he gets kicked out for it. I mean, what in the world? But you know what? If this is what it took, a random crazy thing like that to wake him up, all right.
That was Jalen Hurts' 100th career touchdown right there. 100th career touchdown. Good time to have it. And he actually walked into the end zone there. He didn't actually fall to the
still
ground.
Standing.
Oh, Roger Goodell hates it. Somewhere Roger Goodell hates it.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm glad he does. Goodness gracious. Come on, guys. Defense time. Defense time. They have got to show up on the defense. They've got to get a stop here because the offense is hot. And AJ's hot too. That's the big key. AJ is hot right now.
Oh, yeah. I say you keep feeding it. You get a stop, and then you keep rolling. I don't know. It's crazy sometimes what it takes to get a team fired up, but if the defense can feed off of this energy too, the link is rocking. You get a standing O from Dom. How wild that will be if just the storyline from turning everything up.
I know.
All right. Hey.
A lot of people in the chat right now. Let's get to 400 likes. We're at 349 between both shows. Get to 400 likes here if the Eagles get a big stop. Thomas Bryant says, big dogs eat time.
That's exactly what it is.
Defense needs to lock in, says Colin Shroom. Defense, get up on them, says Joyce Jimenez. It's time. I mean, the offense just answered the call. They literally just answered the touchdown with a touchdown play, drive of their own, 10 plays, 58 yards. You get the penalty, the ejection, Greenlaw's gone. The offense has moved the football the majority of the day. Defense needs to make a stop now. Whew. Come on, defense. All right. 6:51 to go. Third quarter. Here comes an Elliott kickoff in an 8-point game. And that is going to go out the back of the end zone. Oh, no, he's going to return it. Debo is going to return it. Debo to the 10, Debo to the 20, and he's tripped up and tackled. Good play by Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah.
On cut coverage
Not expected
there.
to see that, but that was a good stop.
Best play by a running back so far today. And here comes Brock Purdy, fresh off of 2 straight scoring drives. Let's see if they can slow down what's been a really, really hot 13 for San Francisco. Come on. Where's the sacks? Where's Reddick? Who's going to make a play? Where's Jalen Carter? All right, 1st and 10. Second quarter, San Francisco averaging 9 yards a play. Purdy under center. Yushek Moses across the formation. He's going to throw. Clean pocket. Steps up. Now he's hit. Now he's going to be sacked, and that's Fletcher Cox is going to get him. Wow.
Defense. Come on.
That was another good coverage sack there. That looked like the Niners defense. Purdy just sitting back there nice and clean. Cox keeps churning the legs, and he kind of got walked right into them as Purdy stepped up, and there's 91 who didn't practice all week long. Big sack there. Be 2nd down and long.
Good to go on game day, though. And that's the weakness, right? It's the right tackle, Colton McKivitz. You go after it. I mean, you line up Fletcher Cox on the outside, kind of an unusual formation, but you got to keep attacking, getting pressure from there.
Second down at 12. Purdy in the pistol from his own 21. McCaffrey standing behind him. Takes the snap. Turn give McCaffrey. And the Eagles are going to have him stop. No, he made it through for a gain of 5. They had a chance there as Nolan Smith made a shoestring tackle. Be third down and make it a long 7. But that could have gone for no gain. I thought Davis had a good stop there. McCaffrey squeaked through. It's 3rd and 7.
Looked like he might have. I thought that he did for a second, but this is still, I mean, it's great spot. It's a 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 7. This is where you answer it right here. Get the ball back to the offense and let's go.
Come on, guys. 3 and out would be big. Lynx on their feet. 5:30 to go. 9 of the play clock. Purdy takes the snap. 5-man pressure. Clean pocket. Steps up, throws left side. That's going to be caught. First down, Ayuk.
Golly, come on. He's at all day.
He's working on Slay. Slay's been a little iffy so far today, but like you mentioned, that's a 5-man pressure. They brought Morrow, and nobody got close. Darn.
They got Jalen Carter. They got him on the ground, and then it kind of just created traffic in the middle. But
Slay had a chance. He just got beat a little bit there. And that's a first down across the Niner 35. Darn it. Come on, defense.
Make something happen.
Purdy under center, I formation. Use check the fullback from the 36-yard line. Purdy takes a snap. Here's toss left. McCaffrey tries to get around the edge and does. Big gain there for 10 and more. He finally pinballs off a blanket ship. That's a gain of 14. And that 3rd down is probably going to cost the Eagles some points as they're now in the Eagle territory. Darn it. We've not been good against the run on these outside zones.
No, they're exploiting it for sure. They got Josh Sweat. They kind of got the edge sealed, and then he's getting these much bigger holes than they were certainly in the first quarter, but even bigger than we saw recently. So,
all right, come on, guys. Good tackle by Blankenship, but it was 16 yards down the field. Into Eagle territory from the 49. Purdy to pass. Here comes a blitz. He's going to be thrown across the middle. That's caught by Debo. Makes a man miss for a first down and a whole lot more. There goes Debo to the 20, the 10, the 5, and he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. Gosh darn it. Morrow, blown tackle.
Yep.
Gosh darn it.
Makes it worse, too. It's Debo. Golly.
Just when you need the defense to get a stop, they can't do it. They cannot do it. Gosh, Morrow's just got to wrap up there. Damn it. You got to stop him. Goodness gracious. You hate that. Eagle offense does their job, and the Eagle defense doesn't. Yeah, he's in. Yep, confirmed, and now they're going to kick the extra point. Oh, man.
Man, I don't know.
They're going to blow it dead. 28 points. They've scored on 4 straight drives, and now they're fighting again. Yeah, this is tough.
It's going to be really difficult now. Obviously, it's offense got rolling somewhat, but man, can you go down and score? Can you get something on defense? Because the defense is not answering anything at this point.
Oh, now we got more penalties to work through. Great. How many flags are we going to have in this game? Still waiting. There's 3:54 left in this game, or in the third quarter. If the Eagles can go down and score, I mean, it's just a matter of how many more possessions are you going to get. They're going to go illegal formation? It's taking forever. Yeah. Size getting work today. I mean, we've seen him make some really big halftime adjustments and really slow down opposing offenses. Not been the case. Not been the case in this third quarter.
Nope, it is not.
How long is it going to take? Can we just kick this stupid extra point?
I think that they're asking Shanahan if he's going to kick it or.
So both fouls just offset him. It's not that hard. Just offset them. Oh, they got Carter on a personal foul. Oh, they accept. Yeah, they can go for 2 now. Oh, no, they're going to enforce it on the kickoff. Okay.
That's why they were asking him, I guess. But yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Now you're going to have a backed up field on the other side of it. All right, now they're going to go ahead and try the extra point again. Snap, hold, up, good, 28-13. Yeah, it's a good drive. Purdy's been great today. They've been great. This offense has been great. And you can just hear the narratives. If we would have had Purdy last year, this would have been the result, which is so frustrating that we're going to have to deal with this for 7 days as we prep for, the Cowboy game next week. It's just, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
They could just get a stop.
Yeah, just it'll be block it out, I suppose, but I don't know. Since the first quarter. I mean, first quarter was great. Outside of that, it has been 14 for 18 for Purdy for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns.
All right, commercial break.
Can the offense go down and score again? At least make it interesting. Hopefully, ask the defense to get a stop.
Yep. They did this past time, but you got to do it this time. It's going to be a very interesting Monday if this score and this kind of storyline holds up, because normally on a Monday, it's a lot of Brian Johnson hate. And while the running game has been completely abandoned, which is frustrating, it's been Desai. Desai's kind of been the guy to get all the praise the past couple of weeks. It's going to be a very interesting Monday in Philadelphia. Very interesting Monday in Philadelphia.
It is. Yep. There's still time, but if it holds up, that'll be... It's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, well, you basically got to keep scoring, right? The offense has got to make this a one-score game, and then you got to hope the defense gets a stop. They haven't done it in 4 straight possessions. You got to get a stop.
Yeah, do we trust that they can do that? That's the question.
But really, what we've seen is, what's the game plan? They're attacking the Eagle linebackers. And Morrow's played well this year, but he's been kind of overshadowed by the good play of Zach Cunningham. With Cunningham being out, Morrow's your best linebacker because Ellis is really trash, or has been bad, excuse me. I'm going to say trash, but he's been bad. And now it feels like Leonard is going to get a phone call tonight. Yeah, they're showing that hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And they didn't call that. Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, sure. And we get penalties that are picked up and penalties that are not called.
Yeah, there's been a couple of missed ones here. I don't want to be an anti, penalties the reason we lost this game, because I hate when people do that. But there's been a lot of missed ones today. Let's say that. A lot of missed ones today. All right, 28-13, 3:54 to go. Let's see what they can do here on a first down and 10. They drove down the field pretty easily that last drive for their score on the Hurts keeper. Let's see what they can do. Maybe we get a deep shot somehow.
Something.
First and 10 from the 25. Hurts takes the snap. Turn gives Swift. Here's a run on first down, and he's tackled by, looked like Kinlaw after a gain of 3. That's kind of been the theme. I mean, listen, I wanted to run the ball more, but we haven't seen anything besides that play right there where they run it right into the defensive line for a gain of 2.
Yeah, there's just been no asserting of the dominance. I know that, they haven't stuck to it either, so that makes sense. But I don't know, the imposing of our will that we saw in the NFC Championship game, we just haven't seen that.
Second down and 8. 3:19 to go, third quarter. Motion AJ across the formation. Hurts takes the snap on a play fake. He's going to get pressured in his face. Now he's going to step up and throw incomplete. He wanted Swift in the slot, but wasn't a lot of moves there as he had Bosa burrowing down on him in a very quick third down and 8.
Yeah, he's getting more pressure there. I mean, the line's done good so far in the game, but that was one of those that Bosa with a spin move put enough pressure on Jalen, forcing him to have to throw it away quick.
Boy, Lane Johnson still kind of recovered pretty well there. Yeah. That wasn't the worst recovery after getting beat on that Bosa spin move, but here's a third down and 8. 2-score game. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Alberto slot to the near side. Hurts the throw. He's going to step up. He's going to pump fake. He's got a long way to go to run for a first down. He's not going to get it. It's going to be fourth down and short, and the Eagles are going to punt. I don't think you go for this. Yeah, you got to punt this. You got to punt and pray your defense gets a stop. The offense can only do so much.
Him. I mean, I understand.
I don't either. Yeah, but eventually the defense has got to get a stop. Yeah, Mann's going to stand back at his 19, and they're going to get third punt of the day for Philadelphia on fourth down and 2. Gets it away. This one looks pretty good. That's caught at the 20 and fumbled out of bounds.
Oh, man.
Jeez, they had a chance that stays in bounds. It's what you're going to need. You're going to need a turnover. You're going to need something here because if they go down and score, they're going to ice this one away real quick. Really quick.
Yeah, you're going to have an answer for sure.
Yep.
Oh, we need something. Man.
Oh, man. All right, well, let's see if they can get a stop. Oh, man, this is tough.
That's a difficult decision there too. I don't know. I know there's time. You want to believe in your defense and get a stop, but I don't know. I might have gone for it there. That might have been crazy.
You think so? On 4th and 2?
I think so. If the defense had shown any ability to stop, but I mean, what are we talking about now? We've got was it 3 or no, 4 consecutive touchdowns?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, 4 consecutive. I mean,
yeah, but that's the thing. If you can't get a single stop the rest of the way, you don't deserve to win this game. I mean, it feels like they have got to showcase that they can get a stop and then get the ball back to the offense and try and go down there and score. I mean, the problem is if you go for that and don't get it, you're for sure giving up more points, and then it's a 3-score game instead of a 2. And the most infuriating thing is they've had third down opportunities. They just can't get off the field at all. At all.
No, yeah, not at all. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's a tough decision, and you're not in a great position anyway. But
yeah,
I don't know. Personally, from what I've seen from the defense so far, I still, even though like you're in your own territory, it's not an automatic. You're probably not running the brotherly shove because it's too far away. I still probably would say, all right, let's go for it. You got to try. I mean, that may end the game earlier because if you don't get it, then they're for sure going to go down and score. But I don't know. The defense is not giving me any faith that there's going to be a stop here. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they get a stop here and can do something. But yeah, you got to get, like you said, you got to get a stop, you got to get a score, get another one, and then score again and a 2-point conversion to just tie it. So, I don't know.
Oh, wow. They're showing Sirianni quieting down Jalen Carter after that personal foul there. They're trying to hang on. This defense has got to get a play. Carter looks pissed, though. Hopefully he can make an impact. He's been a little quiet tonight. 1st and 10. Niner 25. They scored in their last 4 possessions. 28-13, 24 to go. Third quarter. Purdy under center. They motion Debo out to the far side. Here's a run to McCaffrey up the middle, and he's going to get tackled by Morrow after a gain of at least 6. Make it 7. It'd be second down and short.
Man, that running game is just... First quarter looked good for us, but so far after that, they've been able to really get a lot more chunk yardage, and McCaffrey kind of, what is he up to now? 70 yards rushing.
Come
Yeah,
on, defense.
100 yards rushing for San Francisco, 5.6 yards per carry, 37 for Philly, and 2.5 yards per rush.
Big difference. All right, 2nd down and 3. There's another run to McCaffrey, and he's going to have a 1st down. And it's 5 yards a carry every single time. Yeah, it's amazing they can't get a stop here. Wow. And they're going to wind this down. They're, get into the 4th quarter. It's tough. It's tough to watch. This is exactly as a lot of the games have gone. They just eventually figure it out on defense, and it doesn't feel like they're going to figure it out today. It really doesn't.
I agree. I hope we're wrong, but man, the momentum and just the life of the team and everything else everything's looking easy for him right now.
There's a dump off to McCaffrey, immediately tackled by Morrow. Could have used that in the last possession. He got maybe 2. It's a 2nd down and 8. You virtually can't give up another score in order to win this game. You got to get a stop at some point.
Brandon Gall says, man, this telling me we got lucky last year. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Jeez.
That's no. These are 2 separate seasons.
Very different games.
So many other
offense
things
was rolling last year, too.
Bring about, way different.
2nd down and 7. Here comes a run right side to McCaffrey, and he's going to break multiple tackles and get a 1st down and a whole lot more. Goodness gracious.
Oh, man. What was that? 3 broken tackles?
Yeah, that's a gain of 15 plus. Brandon Graham misses. Breed misses. Ellis misses. Yeah, it's tough. It's just not the day. It's just not the day on defense. They did not have it. To the 4th quarter. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, man. It's tough. This stinks. I did not want to lose to the Niners, man. Did not want to lose to the Niners.
Nope.
Jalen Hurts is in the medical tent, and Marcus Mariota is warming up, according to Jeff McClain.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's keep an eye on that. He took a big hit on that last drive, is what I'm seeing on Twitter. On the run.
Yeah, kind of on his torso, it looked like. He got
boy.
wrapped up. He was held down kind of around his waist, but that's not good.
Oh, boy. Okay, let's all collectively say a prayer for Jalen Hurts, because that would be insult to injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you wonder if it's concussion. You wonder if it's something else.
Gosh, I hope he's okay.
I know.
I mean, honestly, like
every week we do this.
Who cares about this game? I mean, I'll be honest. Like, we could lose this game. Who cares? If it's an injury to Jalen, like that's the bigger blow. That's how serious is it? Is it going to be long term? Is it not a big deal?
Yeah. And now it makes next week really interesting because all of a sudden, so it is concussion. So the league official dressed in red, possibly concussion spotter, watched the replay and took Jalen Hurts to the medical tent. So he is getting checked for a concussion. Okay. Well, that's better than like something really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, the issue now that Philadelphia faces is you got to play Dallas next week. And if Dallas beats you, suddenly you are not the 1 seed. And although Dallas' schedule is difficult the remainder of the way, and the Eagles is going to be easier, it's going to be tough. Yeah, and they're definitely looking at a concussion here for Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's come out of the blue medical tent. Yeah, that's just clearly concussion check.
Man.
He's going to the locker room. He's running to the locker room. Yep. Okay, you can mark this one as probably over.
Yeah. You know, We know what Marcus Mariota is, so
Right. Let's see what this defense is here. 1st and 10 from.
Can we do something? Yeah. Purdy takes the snap of the gun, looking right side, and going to airmail it way out of bounds. 2nd down.
What would they run him to the locker room for? What's the concussion test? Is it different from the sideline to the locker room? Because clearly they must have seen something and then run to the locker room to check more? I'm not sure here.
Yeah, I honestly, I have no clue. I think it's a preliminary check on the sideline, but my only assumption is, is it more extensive? You take it into the locker room?
He was running to the locker room, sprinting. Yeah. So maybe doing
McCaffrey. No gain. 3rd and 10.
Maybe it's a quick check, and he wants to be able to get back on the field for this next drive.
Yeah, Martin says aspirin. Maybe.
You have to go inside to aspirin. You have to go inside to do that.
Probably not.
I'm not sure.
Maybe a little something stronger, perhaps, but
yeah. Running to the locker room is a good sign. This isn't like a serious thing, I would guess.
Yeah, I would hope so. All right, 3rd and 9. Purdy in the gun. McCaffrey to his right. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. He's going to fire to the left side. It's complete, and I think that may be a 1st down.
Oh, my goodness.
Mark it. Oh, it may be a little short, just a tad.
They can't get off the field, man. They cannot get off the field. They cannot get off the field. Working on Ricks again. Ricks has been a little iffy. A little iffy this game. So 4th and inches.
Well, they're definitely going to go for it.
Yeah, this feels like it right here.
4th and inches, and Purdy under center. Takes the snap, handoff McCaffrey, left side, pushes forward, 1st down. Gain of about 2 yards.
Yeah, no surprise. Oh, I'm going to keep looking out for Hurts updates. See if we got any more Hurts updates. He's obviously still in the locker room.
Yep. Okay, well, McCaffrey over 1,000 rushing yards this season. 12:50 to play in the 4th quarter. Purdy under center, takes the snap, and big hole to the right side, breaks a tackle and more all the way for a 1st down. That was Mitchell on the carry for a gain of 11.
Yeah, this, I hate to give up on a game in the early hours of the 4th quarter, but this defense did not come to play today. They are not getting stops, and it's not going to matter who plays quarterback the rest of the way. If you're down 3 scores with 10 minutes left, that's not going to make a difference.
Yep. And the rushing yards this half, 78 for the Niners and 11 for the Eagles. That's been the constant theme all game, is just the Eagles can't run the football. Jordan Davis has Mitchell in the backfield, but he breaks a tackle and gains 2 yards.
Yeah, that's a pretty good example of the game there. They did the first time they touch him, they're not getting him on the ground.
Yeah. Yep. Zach Taylor's asking who won the tickets, and Ryan is also asking who won the tickets. So, by the way, we'll draw that as soon as we get the next commercial break. But got 2 tickets to any remaining regular season game of your choice for the members. So
there you go.
We'll spin the wheel here in a second. I wish it was more positive now for that, but we will still do it. 1 on the play clock. Purdy takes the snap. Blitz coming, running out to the right side, trying to buy time. Fires a strike to McCaffrey.
Still caught it. Jeez.
Gain of 3 yards, so it's a 3rd and 6.
All right. Here's another 3rd down. No, another 3rd down now. Come on, guys. Get off the field. Although I'm very scared to see what Marcus Mariota looks like with this offense, but, you know, might as well take a look. And they're going to burn a timeout.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I think the fact Hurts does not come back is not a good sign that he's coming back this game.
Yeah. The question too, I mean, I don't know. He wouldn't allow it, I don't think, just knowing who Jalen is and what he's about. But the question also would be, is even if he's okay, depending on how long it takes for him to get back there, do you even put him back in the game?
Right.
Do you
It's a very good point.
risk anything or
point.
say, you know what, hey, let's keep you healthy, move on to next week?
Yeah, very good point. Well, as we mentioned, this game had multiple repercussions for a lot of things besides just the game at hand and a win and a loss, playoff implications. Now it turns to free agency tomorrow and what the Eagles are going to be able to or not be able to do. And you can bet that Josh and I will have recaps, obviously going up as we always do, breaking everything down. But we're also going to be on standby to go live as soon as a move is made. If Philadelphia makes a move, we're the first channels always to go live. It's our promise to you guys. And so be sure to sub and get ready for that, because tomorrow could be the day if they do make sort of a, maybe not a panicky move, but a move nonetheless to hopefully shore up this linebacker play, which has been pretty bad so far today.
Yes, it has.
There's the official report on Hurts. It is a concussion. He's being evaluated for a concussion.
All right, so yeah, I guess more extensive in the locker room, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess the question to Joe Castro actually just tweeted this. It's kind of good and interesting, but 4-1 in the gauntlet, but now the story is going to be the Eagles were exposed. Give me a break.
That will be tomorrow's.
It's a fair point.
It will be tomorrow's number. It will be their exact, calling card tomorrow. That's what's going to happen. For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe it's one of those wake-up calls, perhaps. Again, assuming that it's not a drastic thing. It's a concussion for Hurts, which is why he's being evaluated. I would honestly be surprised if he came back.
Yeah. He's probably done for the day.
3rd and 5 for the Niners. Purdy takes the snap, being blitzed left side, complete, another first down, breaks a tackle for Jennings, and it is a touchdown.
Rex, man. Rex is getting obliterated. Yeah, we're going to have to take this one on the chin. This is, we're going to have to eat this one, and we're going to have to accept the fact that we got blown out by the Niners, because this defense is getting waxed. And they're going to rub it in our faces for the entire week. Just get ready for it.
5 straight touchdown drives.
Crazy. Yeah, it's tough. Welcome to, come on. We're 11 times we've played this game so far, and we've only lost once. You kind of forget how it feels. Yeah, Hurts does not come back. You don't bring Hurts back in this game.
No.
Whew.
35-13.
Very fun. Purdy balling out, man. Balling out. Yeah, the Niners are pumped. They circled this one. They showed up today. It's a darn shame that Philadelphia's defense decided to sit this one out. Yeah, they're going to show you the playoff picture now here, right? This is the interesting thing. So we go to 10-2. Niners go to 9-3. And suddenly, Eagles versus Cowboys is for the current 1 seed, right? That would be for the 1 seed. Although technically, no, it would be San Francisco because they hold the tiebreaker. So Philly, if the Philly loses next week, they would be down to the 5 seed very quickly.
Yeah. Wow. 5 straight touchdown drives, the longest streak since 2012 for the 49ers offense.
Sai's got some explaining to do. A lot of explaining to do. That's a good return.
Yep, up to the 29-yard line. And looks like we're about to see Marcus Mariota for a little bit.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get your first look here. Yep, he's in. Your first look.
Yeah, the question would be too, like if he's got a concussion and he's being evaluated, can he clear the concussion protocol?
Right.
Which is, more stringent than it has been in the past. So can he clear it in time for Dallas? Mariota in the gun takes the snap, looking left side, complete for Smitty, and a first down, gain of 11.
Yeah, all you want to see here is an offense continuing to move the ball, right? You want to make sure that Mariota gets some reps in here. This is fine. Not much else to watch besides just to hope that the offense can make a drive and at least put a little pressure on San Francisco on the other side.
Yep. Now Mariota another first down, drops back to pass over the middle. It's almost intercepted. Wow, tipped at the line. There's a flag on the play.
In the area of defensive holding here. 10 minutes to go in this game. Good Lord. A lot of time left.
Eternity now.
A lot of time left.
Yep.
You just think back to a couple of these third downs and Philadelphia gets off the field and they get the ball back to an offense that moved the ball well. And yet, how many third down conversions have they converted today? It's been whatever they've wanted, really. I mean, the corners are getting worked.
Yep.
It's very clear to me that Philly will be needing a cornerback this offseason. They will be most likely needing one.
Yeah. I think we were saying that kind of in free agency period, and then you sign back Bradbury and Slay as Mariota completes it to Swift to the left side.
Yeah.
In about 4, brings up a 3rd and 6. But yeah, I think we were saying that, in the shows that we had over the offseason, and it's like, well, okay, you got Slay, you got Bradbury, but the age, how good are they going to be able to play? Do you draft a corner? I think we talked about a Christian Gonzalez or a Devin Witherspoon. Obviously, where Jalen Carter fell, you have to take that. So it's not a bad pick. But then it's like, do you look to get something somewhere in the draft? They eventually got a Keely Ringo, but they clearly don't feel great about Keely to make any sort of immediate impact as Mariota dives forward just short of the first down. It'll be a 4th and 1 at midfield. But I'm with you. Yeah. Whether it's free agency, whether it's in the draft, you got to get a secondary play. You got to get a corner because you're not seeing enough from the guys that we have. And then we also talk about the age factor. I think it just gets worse as
Eagles are,
I don't know what they don't know what they're doing.
Oh, Hurts is back.
He's running back.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's 4th and 1. So Mariota's got to try and do a brotherly shove, huh?
I wonder how familiar he is with this. Let's see. Takes the snap. Mariota being pushed forward, and looks like he got it.
So is Hurts going to check back into this game?
Well short. Are they?
Wow, that looked like a bad spot.
That is a terrible spot.
Oh, wait, that's better right there.
Okay, I was going to say, when he first ran in, it looked like he was marking him well short of it.
Hurts has his helmet on. He's coming back in this game.
On the field. He's good. I'm not sure what to think about that. Really,
I don't know if I would. If this was a 2-score game, sure. A 3-score game with 8 minutes left, I don't think someone's got to protect him from himself. First down.
I mean, it's not a surprise that. Oh man, that is about as close as it gets.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a surprise Hurts is going to go back out there because he's never going to be stopped from getting back out on the field. But yeah, at this point, it's like a 3-possession game.
Yeah,
8:44 to play.
I'm surprised.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're saying that in fact he cleared protocol, which is very stringent. It tells you he's okay.
Yeah.
Let's hope he stays healthy the rest of the way.
He's going to take off running right side. Going to gain about 3 or 4 yards. 2nd and 6 maybe coming up here. 8:28 to play in the 4th quarter. I mean, you're down 35-13, but
yeah, it's too far gone to force him back in there. He must really be okay. Like I bet you they made sure.
Yeah. You would have to. As Hurts takes the snap, right side, complete. Smitty, first down. And up to, I think, the 39-yard line, I believe, for the...
All right, 2nd and 10. Come on, offense. Do something.
Ball to 39, 7:40 to play. Hurts in the gun, takes the snap, look at middle, has plenty of time. Now going to roll to the left side, fire a shot over the middle, complete. A.J. Brown up to the 19 before he's brought down. All right, you're in the red zone.
Well, I mean, score and then quick stop and then score again and then onside kick. That's you want to have an improbable comeback?
I don't know of anything crazier, honestly, if all of a sudden you're sitting here going, oh my gosh, we've tied the game. It was AJ 107 yards. He's over the 100 mark, but
I would have thought this game would have been closer if you had told me that stat line before the start.
Mm-hmm. Snap to Jalen in the gun. A little bit of time. Now pressured, rolling left, complete to A.J. Brown, and out of bounds, but a gain of about 7.
We spinning those tickets after this possession? Is that the plan?
Yes.
For your members? Okay.
Missed that. Yeah, missed that for the last one with all the Jalen news. But yeah, we will spin that here in just a second. .6:30 left in the fourth. Ball at the 14. Jalen takes the snap, looking left, pressured now, and going to fire it right side. It's complete. Okay, first down to Quez Watkins up at the 7-yard line. I thought that was a throwaway.
I thought it was for sure a throwaway. It looked like everything that a throwaway would be, and yet he throws it right in their waiting arms of Quez Watkins. Just 2 catches today and should have had a pass interference call earlier. Yeah, offense not a problem today. I know that they're kind of in a prevent defense for San Francisco right now, but this is not a Brian Johnson hate day. Running game never really worked. I know that they barely used it, but it didn't feel like it worked.
Yeah, not nearly as much as Sean Desai hate, for sure. 5:55 now, ball at the 8-yard line. Hurts takes the snap, look at middle, chased, rolling right, throws it, complete. Nope.
Dropped it.
It's incomplete.
All right, 2nd down and goal.
See what they do here. All right. Hurts in the gun. Oh, man. Lane Johnson, false start.
Yeah, red zone has been the real offensive problem today. This is their 3rd trip, and they have not, or 4th trip, and they have only 1 touchdown to show for it. Again, you could be going in for 28-35 right here had you been able to score early in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got close. You had a Jalen slip up that lost you, 11 yards or so early on. And just not being efficient in the red zone, too. So now a 2nd and goal from the 13. Hurts takes the snap, has a little time, firing deep shot right side. There's a flag in the end zone. That may be maybe bringing it to the 2-yard line or the 1-yard line.
All right, brotherly shove. It'd be a 2-score game. Yeah, look, they finally... That's the one that they called, huh?
I mean, honestly, of all the ones they should have called, I don't know
like his feet got tangled up.
Yeah.
Little makeup there. And look at that late hit on Jalen on his knees. Jeez.
That's the flag that should be thrown. You don't call the PI.
That's
I mean, I'm fine. You don't want to call that one.
The late hit on him and then the low shot. They've not called. They've not protected Jalen today, huh?
Mm-mm. All right, ball at the 2. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Will they hand it off to him? Nope. Takes a snap,
Ooh,
left
that's
side,
scary.
wide receiver screen. That is a dangerous pass, incomplete.
What is that play call there? That was very
I'm not
bizarre.
sure.
Yeah, that's scary. Scary pass.
I mean, that could easily have been picked off. Curious, if this was a close game and you needed to score right here, I feel like without a doubt you're going to run brotherly shove twice.
Probably so.
But the fact that Jalen was evaluated for concussion, you're down so much.
This could be quarterback draw, though. It's not.
Takes the snap. Looking middle, rolling right side, going to throw
Smitty!
it. Hey, touchdown, Smitty.
All right. Well, I needed that to win my fantasy league. Thank you very much. All little victories, we'll take it. All right, we'll go for 2.
Oh, my gosh. Whatever helps.
Smitty's had a nice month and a half, huh? He's been really good the past 5 games. This is 4th touchdown in 5 games. Really good.
He's been good.
All right, so you kind of need this. This is kind of the important one to get. Come on, guys. Get this one here. And then you technically have a chance to see if the defense can get a stop. That'll be the question.
Yeah, can they end the game with one stop? Just one? Anything? I don't know. Hurts in the empty set, takes the snap, looking over to the right, and it's batted down.
Well, makes the score look a little better, huh?
35-19, 5:33 to play, and you're down, I guess, technically, 2 scores still if you wanted to get touchdown, 2-point conversion, touchdown, 2-point conversion.
Yep. 3 and out would be nice right now.
Yep, it would. All right. Well, if you want to spin the wheel real quick, might as well do.
Let's do it.
Do something here.
All right.
All right. Let's share the screen.
These are explain. These are for your members of your channel.
Yes. Yep. Members of my channel had a giveaway for this past month. So anybody who signed up as a member entered for a chance to win 2 tickets to any remaining regular season game. So home or away, but. The different tiers was same how we kind of did the past dollar amount. So the $3 tier, which is the entry level, got you 3 entries, $8, 8 entries, so on and so forth. So got the names there, and we're going to spin this thing, and then whatever game you want, we'll shoot me the info, and I'll get it to you. So
there you go.
Best of luck to everybody. Let's see. Let's spin this thing now. Here we go.
All right. This will be fun.
And it is. All right, there we go. I don't know exactly how to say that.
I know how to say that.
Bucolic, maybe something like that. Bucolic.
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 Email Josh. If you're on Josh's channel, email Josh. There you go. Congratulations. That's
Congratulations. Yes, you've won the 2 regular season tickets. So, all you got to do, email me. The link is in, or the email's in the description of the video, or you can DM me on Twitter at the PHI special. But either way, whatever game you want, let me know. Make sure and send a screenshot, though, whenever you DM or email, just so I can make sure that it's you as a member. But then, let me know what game, and I will get those 2 tickets to you. So congrats.
Well, we might be losing this game, but somebody is winning. Somebody has won. Bucolic has won that one, so big time.
Okay, this is not gonna lie. This has been, even if we were gonna lose it, I really thought it would be kind of closer chance. Not feeling like this one was over like midway through the 3rd.
We've been spoiled by some really good finishes the past couple of weeks. I mean, come on, and a lot of wins too. We've been spoiled a lot.
Yeah, that's for sure. We definitely have. We've been spoiled.
Come on, guys. Let's see. I mean, I would like to see a defensive stop. I'd like to know the defense can stop these guys. Excuse me.
Yeah. Some sort of morale boost. Oh, we're going to try a little onside kick action here, maybe. Oh, no.
That didn't work.
McCaffrey easily recovers at the Philly 48. So, I don't know. Can the defense get a stop? It makes it harder on them because they're basically already in your territory, almost going to score, but I don't know. This is we talked about it a second ago. I mean, the somewhat silver lining. There's things to fix. There's there's weaknesses, there's holes, but it's not like these are shocking, right? I mean, like it is a little bit, but we've said just about every single week in our game recaps and our lives and everything else, it's like the defense is a little shaky and the offense has been suspect play calling and red zone and everything else. So, I mean, it's reared its ugly head here as Purdy's going to take the snap and a whistle's blown. So maybe a flag, a false start. I don't know. I mean, you could still say we are in the driver's seat, even if it doesn't feel like that, even if it's like, oh my gosh, this is a, momentum killer of a loss and it feels terrible. And obviously it does, but we still control our own destiny. As hard as that may be, you got to go to Dallas next week where we'll be there at the game. And, Dallas kind of has our number in terms of playing in Dallas. So it's going to be a difficult difficult game, but it's not impossible to still get the 1 seed. And we're still percentages wise have the favorites to get it, but you got to get things cleaned up without a doubt. It's proven it. I think for sure we've been fortunate some other games as McCaffrey takes the toss for a gain of 6 or 7 on the run defense that's decided to not be there today. I don't know. I mean, I don't think you can write it off already, right? It's just one game. It's not a good game by any means.
Yep.
But you learn from it. Learn from it, maybe get better.
49ers schedule, right? Each team has 5 games left. Philadelphia at Dallas, then they're going to take on the Seattle Seahawks, then they have Giants, Cardinals, Giants. So seemingly 1 really hard game left, 1 mediocre game left, and 3 easy ones, all right? You win 4 out of the 5, you're probably the 1 seed. You win all 5, you're for sure the 1 seed. San Francisco is home against Seattle next week. At Arizona, tougher game than would have been a couple of weeks ago with Kyler. They won today against the Steelers. Then they got the Baltimore primetime matchup at Washington at the Rams. So they seemingly have 1 more hard game left, 2 mediocre games left, and then 2 easy ones left. Dallas, of course, is home against us next week. Then at Buffalo, at Miami, which is big. Then Detroit on the 30th of December, and then Washington. It feels like Dallas is going to lose 2 of those, right? Maybe 3. It depends what the Eagles do. But the final 4, they could easily lose 2 of the 3 that Buffalo, Miami, and the Lions. So this does not kill the chances of the 1 seed. It just makes next week very, very important and gives you very little room for error. Because you lose next week, then you basically have to get help. And that's going to be the problem. You have to get help in order to get the 1 seed. And the Niners will have the tiebreaker, and the Cowboys would have the tiebreaker too, and it would make things a little bit more difficult. So, if you win next week, the 1 seed will be basically Philadelphia's, but it's a tall task. Dallas is as hot as any team out there. You talk about San Francisco being hot. The Cowboys are extremely hot, and this defense has been extremely porous today, and you wonder if it's going to be much better next week.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, I'm sorry, but the way that it played today, you look at what at worst, or I guess at best, it's going to be 35 points allowed here, maybe more. I guess people are saying technically it should be 19 on the Eagles score.
What did I
if
put?
you want
20?
to, yeah, but it's
I don't know if it's gonna make a big difference, but yes,
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, who cares really? But yes, 35 points, best case scenario. Okay, hey, defense allowed 35 points, but then you also look at defense allowed 34 points the previous week. It's you got to do something. You got to be able to prove that you can stop some teams. And I mean, let's be honest, we beat the Cowboys, but Dak shredded the size defense. I mean, the numbers, the yardage, the touchdowns, he shredded the defense there. So, there's a little bit of susceptible, but they're going to look at it. I mean, the beauty is sometimes a loss can be more motivating and you can come away from it saying, man, we got some work to do as Debo takes a wide receiver screen and wow, that's 42 points now. So maybe I should have waited, but
wow.
God, you kidding me?
A hat trick.
Oh man, that is
wow. Yeah, this defense getting punked today. It's really bad. It's really, really bad.
That's terrible. I was going to say, as they're scoring that, Desai's got to figure out a lot of things, and even more so, it's just, oh my gosh, I don't know. Does this, because I think we can certainly move on from this game. Does this negatively impact the Shaq Leonard? If he's watching this, do you think it's a Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. I mean, the
I
Cowboys
mean,
got destroyed by the 49ers. So just to, if he's looking at all things being equal, granted that was in San Francisco, but still,
right.
like, the Cowboys got destroyed. If it's just one team, but, recency bias, if he's looking at
Yeah.
it, do you think he's saying, maybe I don't want to play for the Eagles?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like if he doesn't want to play for us because we've lost 2 games this year, then we don't really want him. But if you're Howie Roseman, then you maybe offer a little bit more, maybe you up the money a little bit or the guarantees. I'm not sure. I am sure I'm going to go use the restroom real quick, so I'm going to leave you to yourself,
All
but
right.
I will
You're
be right
good.
back. But yeah.
Gotcha. Yep. Mason McCray, Debo just put up 21 points on us. Yeah, just outscored the entire team. This was Yeah, curious what you guys think. Roy says, I bet Leonard going to the Cowboys. What do y'all think? Do y'all think is this super impactful? Is it kind of he was already going to make up his mind one way or another? Do you think this changes his mind? I'm not going to lie. This has just been a lot worse than what I expected. I thought it'd be close. And certainly nerves coming into this. I'd say out of all the teams that we played so far, there was the most concern for them. But man, I did not think a 42-19 sitting here at the fourth quarter. $215 Philly. We're not getting Leonard, not with this defensive scheme. Yeah. Maybe not. I'm a little surprised. Jalen throws incomplete to oh wow, Big Al's in there. Incomplete, but yeah, I'm with you, Mr. Chris. Don't know why they're sending Hurts back out there. I'd imagine that he's just refusing to come off the field. He's a competitor, but like at this point, does it really matter? Let's get him off. Let's keep everybody healthy. There's no sense in it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Tracy Ann saying Shaq gets to ask for more money. Yeah.
Definitely does. Definitely does.
Without a doubt.
Definitely does.
We also had comments here too of why is Hurts back out on the field.
Great question.
I totally agree.
Great question. I would have yanked him by now. I don't see the need.
I would imagine that it's just him being the competitor, that he's never going to come off the field, but it doesn't make any sense. There's just no sense. What are you going to accomplish by doing this? You're not scoring. What is it at this point? Gosh, 4 scores.
That was 6 straight touchdown drives, right? Wasn't that 6 straight touchdown drives?
Yep. 6 straight.
You wonder if Cunningham can come back. Like for the Cowboy game. Seems like it fixes a lot of issues.
Yeah, it would make sense.
All right. Well, we're going to get this game wrapped up here pretty quick. Let's just kind of get out of here and regroup. And, it's hard to be positive, and I know we're going to have a lot of negative comments tomorrow. I know there'll be a lot of national media people saying the Eagles are exposed and they're done for and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's your second loss. Your second loss on what's the hardest 5-game stretch of any team in the National Football League. And maybe it's a centering loss. Maybe what they've done the past couple of weeks with, kind of playing with their food and letting teams stay alive and getting fortunate here and making a 59-yard field goal there has kind of bloviated them a little bit, maybe numbed them a little bit. Maybe they've lost a little bit of that edge and they think that they're a little more invincible than they actually are, when all of us who watch this know that, hey, listen, that's not a perfect team. Not a perfect team at all. But if they come back and beat Dallas this next week, which maybe it's even better for Philadelphia that they lose today, just so they are really focused for Dallas, you beat Dallas next week, and everything's back on the table. The 1 seed's back on the table, and Philadelphia's going to for sure host every playoff game and beat the most feared team in the NFC. Like, you got to play the Niners again as long as you beat the Cowboys next week. It's going to be a massive game, and I'm pumped that you and I are going to be there.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, like you say, the chance or the ability to bounce back, this team hates losing and they're not accustomed to it. So, I mean, you better believe that they're going to have a lot of, I guess, extra fire as Boston Scott gets a pass from Jalen for 20
big game.
Or 30 yards.
Sure.
But insignificant. I mean, the game's over. There's nothing going to happen here.
Right.
I hope that no injuries happen. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me to keep these guys out here. But if you're maybe trying to, I don't know, build a little momentum going into next week, whatever, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But yes, if maybe it's the spark, maybe it's the loss that wakes you up to realize, hey, you know what, that I don't think that a lot of the guys would have been feeling this way because we know the vibes of the locker room and the press conferences, what the guys say and everything else. But if some guys were kind of thinking, hey, maybe we're a little bit better than we actually are for some reason, this is one of those games to kind of reality check, look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, you know what? If we don't show up with that same level of physicality and same level of execution, and for sure, I mean, it's obviously a lot on the play callers, but just as much as it's on the play callers, I'm not afraid to say that the execution was terrible. I mean, the guys were not hitting on all or firing all cylinders. And to me, the physicality was nowhere close to, because we were at the NFC Championship game. I mean, it was drastic difference. In my opinion, like NFC Championship game, there was an unmatched level of physicality. And today is like it started in like the first couple drives where it's like, okay, cool. Hey, we're ready to play. And then outside of that, the Niners just dominated. Like there was no question on that. So I don't know. Maybe you look at it at the film, you get the guys motivated and they say, all right, you know what, let's make up for it against Dallas. That's what I hope that we see. But yeah, it obviously feels terrible. Certainly 6 straight touchdowns allowed and the offense, not able to keep up or keep pace and red zone being an issue. So there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you just wonder, like you said, I mean, Reddick, early sack. This team was really firing on all cylinders. They had negative yards. And then, jeez.
Gosh, see, this is why are we doing this? Just in the game.
Yeah, you got to get the backups in. It's crazy. You got to get the backups in. At this point, the backups in.
This is stupidity. I don't get it. This is going to happen. More people are going to get injured here. This is insignificant yards. No one should be on the field. No meaningful starters, and even play calls. Be the most basic, boring. Run the football, get the clock running, and be out of here.
Yep, I agree. I totally agree. Listen, the Niners circled this game. This was their Super Bowl. You knew they were going to do everything they could to win, upset Philadelphia, and Philadelphia proved to the world that if they had Brock Purdy last year, they would have gone to the Super Bowl and blah, 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 blah. Okay, great. Congratulations. You got your win against us. It's a nice win. Niners are going to be the number 1 team in everyone's power rankings. They're the most feared team and everything. But this is just the regular season. Let's line them up again. I want to see part 3 come January, whatever, second week, third week, whatever it is, if it's divisional round or NFC title game, and we'll see what happens. That's what I'm excited for. I hope this wakes them up. This defense has got to wake up.
It has to, yeah.
Jalen being in, man. Get him out. Get him out of the game.
The blessing here is it's 4th down. Like
yes.
They're probably going to go for it, but I would say just get rid of the ball. Just in the game.
Yep.
This doesn't matter.
All right, 4th and
Jalen
12.
Deep shot. All right, go for a touchdown here. Nope.
Oh, I thought he was going to catch that. I thought he was.
Kind of close.
All right, well, that should hopefully end it. We can wrap up here in just a second. That should hopefully end it. All right. All right, well, we're going to have recaps tomorrow, and I will encourage anyone else who's still watching this to be subscribed, because I would be very surprised if Howie Roseman does not make a move tomorrow, whether it's Ertz or Leonard or both. I feel like tomorrow is going to be the day, and we will be live the second that it happens. We will be the first people live, as we always are, and we'll give you the best coverage, as we always do. So be ready for that. And then get ready for this week, because we're going to have tons of shows, all the updates, everything getting you ready for Cowboy Week and what's going to be a massive Week 14, an absolutely massive Week 14.
Even matters more, honestly, if you want to look at it schedule and standings wise, like you were talking about. So as much as we don't like it, both teams already knew what to play for, and it was a big game, but it just makes it even that much more. Could have identical records depending on how that one goes. So
Yep. It's going to be fascinating to see how that works out. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed versus the 5 seed. Tough day. 10-2, huh? If I'd have asked you, Josh, what if we're 10-2 after the Niner game? What do you think at the beginning of the year? You would have said, really?
I would have been happy about
right?
it. I won't lie, for sure. Yeah, because honestly, at the beginning, or I guess throughout the offseason, and then even right before the season when we did a show, I think we picked the same, didn't we? I've said 11-6. I actually thought we would go at 11-6. So it's looking like, without a doubt, we should have a better record than that. But I thought 11-6. I just kind of hard with a Super Bowl hangover or letdown and new coordinators and everything else. So yeah, I mean, you've surpassed those expectations, but then it's like, okay, the longer that you win, and then it's all of a sudden you're in first and you're close to a 1 seed. It's just tough to see something like this. But yes, I mean, it's one game, it's one loss, it's the regular season, it's not the playoffs. So you know what? Getting beat like this could end up being a good thing. Wake up call, change some stuff. Who knows if we acquire somebody, like you said, we'll be first to go live. If there's anything that happens there, you get some benefit of maybe some added guys to the roster, get a little healthier with Zach Cunningham potentially coming back. Dallas Goedert should be back against Dallas as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a very good game against Dallas. It's just raised the stakes. So you know what? That'll be fun. It'll be a fun one to be at.
Fun to see how the post-game stuff goes too. Obviously, Josh and I will have recap shows tomorrow, afternoon. By the time we go through all the film, we go through all the press conferences, we see what the Eagles have to say, and I'm sure that the Niners are going to run their mouths. They're going to enjoy this win. It's going to be very interesting to see what they say post-game and the breakdown from what was a crazy, crazy day for most of this game. It felt like it hung on a couple of plays. Josh Sweat doesn't jump off sides. It's 4th down and goal, and the Niners probably kick a field goal. 3rd down and 7, like 4 separate times. You get a stop, and you kick the ball back, and it's a 1-score game. And Jalen took him down to score again for the 3rd time, but it was too little too late. This does not feel like it's a big gap. It feels like it's closer than the score says, but Philadelphia has a lot to clean up, and that's what I'm looking for in the Cowboy game. Can they put together four quarters? Because they put together one really good quarter, and then they put together a really bad second quarter, and it's like, okay, well, maybe we could do that first quarter again for the second quarter and look a lot more consistent than we have from a majority of the games we've played the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. We need it. Gotta get some more consistency. Gotta make some changes and adjustments. We said it a lot of weeks, it feels like, but you need to have an adjustment, certainly with these. Really, this next game, obviously, we know what Dallas is, but Seattle in Seattle is not going to be a gimme game either. So we've seen what they can do, but get some stuff figured out. Maybe get some guys healthy.
It's like Darnold's in, so they're going to run the ball a couple times and probably try and get a first down and take some knees. So, all right, we will wrap it up here in just 1 second as it's about over. We appreciate you guys watching, and we hope it'll be a lot more exciting. We've had a lot of fun broadcasts. We will not be doing a broadcast next week during the Cowboy game because we've said it many times. We'll be at the Cowboy game. If you're going there, DM us on Twitter. We'll try and link up. Maybe during tailgate. If you're going to Eagle tailgate somewhere in Jerry World, you're near our section. Be fun to see each other, hang out. We'll be in Eagles gear. We'll be one of the few. So, hopefully we're walking out of there after a big win, and the Eagles can kind of lock down the NFC East if they can beat Dallas next week and then hang on the rest of the way. So, going to be very interesting to see how it goes.
Yes. Yep. Going to be looking forward to that. Hopefully we see you guys. It would be fun to hit up a tailgate. If anybody's got something going on, let us know. That would be a blast.
There you go. Final first down. That's going to wrap it up as the Niners will take a couple of knees and end it for today. So, I think that's about it, Josh. Tough loss for Philadelphia. I mean, we've already basically summed it up the past 5 minutes, but we'll be here tomorrow, and we'll be ready for the comment section. We'll live show Wednesday night and do everything that we normally do. So be sure to subscribe, and hey, you're going to lose games. I mean, come on. It stinks to lose the Niners, but you're going to lose games. It happens. It definitely happens.
It does. Yeah. Unfortunate, but next week, it's another week, new week, so Can we get it done? Is Panta I'm not sure if I
Yes,
say that
I
name
see
right.
that.
Hey, Josh, did Josh do the ticket drawing? Yes, we did. And Bukalik, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but that's who won the tickets. So I'll be waiting. If Bukalik, you see this or watching it back, just email me. Let me know info, tickets, which game you want to go to, and make sure and screenshot so that I know it's you. But congrats again. That was the one win today.
There you go. All right. For Josh Davis, I'm Thomas Mott. Signing off. See you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you. Go Birds.